Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are back. Back from vacation, back from holiday, and fucking hell, it all kicked off while I was gone. Cucurella popped up literally out of nowhere. I didn't see this one coming, but we're moving about as fast as we did on the Koulibaly deal with this one, so I'm very confident about it. We'll discuss everything regarding the Cucurella transfer in this video. Plenty of other topics. We've got the Werner situation. We've got the Fofana transfer saga. Monaco and Fulham want Malang Sarr. Billy Gilmore's likely to go out on loan. Kepa and Napoli, there's stuff on that too. Plenty to get into in today's live stream. And plus, we're doing catch-up as well. Catman says the Lewis effect. I might have to go to Amsterdam more, you know. Like, if this means our transfer activity moves quicker, I'm going to go again next week. But actually, that will fuck up my content. But the point still stands. We've got over 100 of you guys in here. You already know what I'm going to tell you. Hit the like button. And let's try and get to 200 likes before I send the link out to the rest of the panel. Big up Senegalese Maldini. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And also, I do recommend the coffee shop tour to anyone who hasn't done it already, which is basically just walk around Amsterdam and stop at any coffee shop you find. But you already know what it is. Big up Tabor, big up CFC Jack, K-Drama, Catman, Harrison Hunter, Santiago. We've got all the regulars in here already. Nikoi James, Mason Mount, Minerals FC. Johnny's pull is ridiculous. Big up yourself. Hoop Edits, Chelsea Till I Die, Prashant, Liam Lane, E-Rock. Is that Spuzz? I'm not sure. Bobby Hitchin, big up yourself. We had an amazing time, my guy. Frosted Myth with the donation as well. Big up yourself, my guy. Any donation always helps the channel and is much appreciated by myself as always. But yeah, big up everyone that's in here. Nearly 200 already. That's how you know things are moving at Chelsea. But let's start off with the Cucurella situation. So yesterday, Chelsea were exploring a deal for the left back, valued at 50 million by Brighton, which has stalled the deal with Man City. And the Blues had asked about the defender. Cucurella also handed in a transfer request. Today, though, full agreement has been reached by Cucurella and Chelsea on personal terms. Contract has been approved. Mark is prepared to accept once the clubs agree on a fee, which is what was said by Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea and Brighton are in direct talks again to move to complete the deal. And we talk about versatile transfers, the Tuchel sort of transfer, and Cucurella fits that perfectly. Left centre-back, left wing-back, left-back. I think he played left mid in La Liga as well for a period. Absolutely brilliant. And personally, from the two games that we played against Brighton last season, Cucurella was like one of the few players that stood out to me. His direct drives into box, every time he got the ball, he was just darting straight into our box. And he always looked a threat. Even got the assist for, what was it, the equaliser at the bridge, the Danny Welbeck one. Like, I know no one wants to talk about that. Fuck that game as well. Like, our home record was absolute dog shit last season, the more I think about it. But brilliant delivery from Cucurella. And he does that for days. He will compete or might even push Chilwell out of the starting lineup, potentially. Like, good competition for the left wing-back position. But he could also be playing left centre-back as well. And I was going to say it might be a replacement for Vardio. But from what I'm hearing, Chelsea are potentially trying to get both of them. And I still don't think it's likely. I think from Leipzig's stance and also the fact that apparently City dropped an 80 million bid that got rejected a day ago or something like that. That was reported by Bild. It seems very unlikely that we're going to get Vardio. So if we can't get him in, we can still fill in the priority that Tuchel wanted in terms of a left-footed centre-back by putting Cucurella in that position. When they came to the bridge, Cucurella was playing left centre-back against us. And he balled out in that position as well. So I am all for it. All for it. President Jafar says Kalma Cuckoo, better shade of blue, 100%. And also European pedigree. Hold that City. But we move. Waston Rout says Chilwell could soon be warming the bench. It might not be the case. They could both play together in the same lineup. You could see, Cucurella playing at left centre-back. I did see a few people on Reddit talking about Chilwell potentially playing on the inside at left centre-back and Cucurella on the outside. Because Chilwell's coming off an injury. might need a bit of time to get going, and he'd be a bit more stable playing at left centre back as opposed to darting down the left hand side at wing back, and is also very good in the air. So you could see them both interchange potentially, but like that's what we could be able to do. What else are you guys saying? Lil Boy says Cucurella is a great left wing back, great left back. Chili B is rusty. We need a starter level player on the left. It's not even in terms of rust. Like Chilwell could come and he could not even skip a beat, similar to like Fofana when he came back from his leg break. He could potentially need some time to come back mentally. I have told people to be a bit wary of that. Like diving into 50-50s, trusting your body is something that will take a little bit more time as opposed to just healing the muscle, healing the tendon that was injured. But if that happens, we have a perfect replacement on the bench in Cucurella. And this competition is is the difference between Chelsea and your Liverpools and your Manchester Cities. The competition for certain positions. Like Liverpool have the likes of Salah, they did have Mane, Firmino, Diaz all competing for positions, and we have dead attackers in Sterling. That's the difference between us two. Now we're starting to improve our depth in positions. We're going to look a lot more stronger as a result. We can rotate and still be able to keep the same sort of domination on the pitch. So, again, brilliant transfer. I don't think anybody's going to be against it. I'm just going off the comment section. And I'd be surprised if I see anyone who says anything negative about this transfer, because this is the perfect move for us. Super Tommy Tuchel says, what do you think about the De Jong links? I did see that pop up again, that I think Chelsea were willing to go in for De Jong, but I feel like it's all recycled news until I hear anything different. Like, until I hear De Jong wants to leave Barca, until I hear Chelsea are in talks with De Jong or they have dropped a bid to Barcelona or something like that, I'm just not really listening to De Jong stuff anymore, because everything's just recycled. It's the same news, just reworded, because there's a story there, but there hasn't been any developments and people want to keep it fresh in the faces of the public. So until I hear anything new on De Jong, just going to really ignore it, to be honest, because I just feel like he's going around in circles right now. Brighton player of the season and Prem proven, which makes me more excited about signing him. He's one of Brighton's best players, like you said. One player of the season. Strong presser, fits Tuchel's system. Like I said earlier, decisive in the final third, creates chances with his crossing as well as his drives into the box. Brilliant, versatile, everything you want, can play multiple positions. I could sing his praises for ages. I just didn't think we would get him. Like, I thought City going in for Cucurella was already sorted. It was just they needed to hurry up with the negotiations. But it looks like they're not budging from their 40 million valuation. And if they don't want to, fine. It's about time we put on our red and blue shirts, turn into Barcelona, and start hijacking shit. So, yeah, I'm happy. Rory seemed pissed by this. A lot of our fans moving mad, the Chilwell benching situation. What did Rory say about it? Because that would be very surprising. I don't see how anyone could be disappointed with this. Like, the price tag makes sense. He's worth that much, especially to Brighton. We already know exactly what he's going to bring to the team. He's a good player. He strengthens us. I don't know how you could be against it, personally. I heard he can play left mid. Not too sure about left wing, but if you can play all those positions on the left, I would expect you to be able to play left wing as well. So he could be able to play that position. What else are you guys saying? Everyone's saying Rory's against Cucurella. That is mad. I'm not going to slag Rory off because I know him personally. I think he's a decent guy, but we don't agree on a lot. And I think that's going to be another one of the things we don't agree on. But it is what it is what it is. Let's go on to the Fofana situation. We already know Chelsea have a strong interest in him. They discussed the possibility of using Loftus-Cheek as make weight in the deal. And I'm seeing Bowley try a lot of player plus cash deals, but I don't think this one's very likely unless we raise the cash. Chelsea were hoping a 40 to 45 million plus Loftus-Cheek deal could make Leicester think twice on their stance to play and not being for sale, because we know Brendan Rodgers said that, but he also said the same thing about Chilwell, so it's a bit of a waffle. Leicester City hold interest in Loftus-Cheek. Now, I think with them losing Tielemans or Maddison either this summer or next summer means that getting Loftus-Cheek would be good for depth, and it would be good. It would be a good replacement for either position. I think Loftus-Cheek does well at Leicester City. I just don't think he's worth what we're valuing him at. Because if we're doing 40 to 45 million, we're valuing Loftus-Cheek at 35 to 40 million. And he's not worth that much. He isn't. We're going to have to put about 50, maybe 60 if we want to make an acceptable offer, in my opinion, because I don't think you're going to get him for that price. 40 to 45 million. Loftus-Cheek ain't worth 40 million. He's worth about 30, maybe 25, I think. So I don't think we're going to be in for that. If anything, they could still ask for cash only. And if they do, it makes it a little bit harder as well. I still think the transfer's a little bit unlikely unless they agree to a player in the deal. But it all depends on how much Chelsea want him. Because I've also said on past streams that I think Chelsea have to overpay to get a centre-back at this point. We're going to have to pay over the odds if we want to get Vardiol, if we want to get Skriniar, for example, or if we want to get Fofana as well. So if we end up doing it, like, I won't be against it because it's the situation that we're in right now and we need to fill in that spot. And all the options that we're looking at are all good options. And I think they better our squad and I think they get better with time as well. So I don't mind us overpaying for centre-backs. Also, it's not really my money like that. I'll have my reservations, but like that's about it. But to me, 40 to 45 million and Loftus-Cheek, it's an idea to open negotiations, but that's about it. Like, we can have a talk about that sort of discussion, but it's not going to go far. Not unless you add more cash. Yeah, 25 to 30 million. That's why I see his valuation at, not 35 to 40. So respectfully, he hasn't been that price tag since 18-19. So you can't really say that. Swaps just saying the jam like in America. I guess they do it a lot more in America because I hear people say that that's more of the norm for like basketball or American football. God knows. I'll be real. I don't watch American sports like that. But if that's more of the norm there, it's not really here in England. But I don't mind it being tried because if it works, we've taken a good amount off that transfer fee. And Ruben's on, did someone say 150? Ruben ain't on 150k a week, is he? What's his wages? Oh shit, he is. Yeah, okay. All the more to do it, please. Because fucking hell, how is he on that much? No wonder he doesn't want to leave. No wonder he doesn't want to leave. It's always the money. It's always the fucking money. I'm not surprised. I'm so not surprised. Oh yeah, E-Rock also saying you should be getting the new Chelsea home jersey for this season only on jerseysfcsoccershop.com and use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. Big up for remembering because I'm new back onto the stream, so I forgot. Is what it is. Lewis, I just want the club to finish signing Cucurella and then focus on the attack. So do I, but we've shown that by going in for Cucurella and going in for Fofana, we can go for multiple transfers at the same time. Even if we've got rid of a lot of our backroom staff, we can still focus on two different areas. So get Cucurella in and then turn your focus to a forward while still sorting out whether we could get a Skriniar in or getting a Fofana in or something, or Dumfries or something along the lines of that. Joseph considering, where the hell did Kyle Walker-Peters come from? You got to show me a source for that because... Wait, Fabrizio tweet. Everyone's saying Fabrizio's dropped a tweet. Oh, boy. All right, cool. Oh, that's where Kyle Walker-Peters came from. We're in for Kyle Walker-Peters? Chelsea are considering many options for right-back position to be discussed after Cucurella. Kyle Walker-Peters, one of the options alongside Denzel Dumfries. Inter want to keep Dumfries, still no bid. Surprised we're going in for Walker-Peters. That name's literally come out of nowhere. What the fuck? I need to hear a transfer fee on that personally. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Jesters, don't worry. I'll send you the link in a couple minutes. Don't worry. 488 of you guys in here. Guys, continue to run the likes up. Continue to run the likes up, people. Let me know you guys' thoughts on Kyle Walker-Peters as well. Everyone's saying he's a good backup option. Again, depends on the price tag. I have to see how much we'd be going in for him for, but we need to fill that position. So it might be a good move for us. What are we going to next? Timo Werner. Leipzig are pushing more than Juve for Timo Werner. Again, this from Fabrizio Romano. Still waiting to see if there's room for a swap deal. He's the main target for RB Leipzig, leading the race over Juventus. No direct talks yet with Newcastle. DiMarzio also said RB Leipzig wants to offer Chelsea a permanent deal for Werner, which again goes in to the stance that they don't want to sell Vardio. I heard again as well from Bild that Man City dropped a 80 million euro bid for Vardiol. I don't know the likelihood of that. It feels like we're hijacking them, so they're hijacking us, if it's even true. But if that's the case and they rejected it, it just makes it fact. Like, they don't want to sell Vardiol, and if they don't want to sell Vardiol, there are other options out there. If we're talking about getting a left-footed centre-back in, we're going in for Cucurella, and we're already further ahead in that deal than we are in for Vardio. So that sorts out the left-footed centre-back that Tuchel wants. Just use this opportunity to get Werner out the door. Werner wants lower wages. He's willing to halve it to go back to Leipzig. Leipzig are willing to take a permanent transfer for the player. That's all that needs to be done. Unless, like, maybe try for Vardiol with one more bid. And if that doesn't work, just call it at that. And then just focus on getting Werner out. He was saying, what's going on with Brozier? What? Is stuff coming out with Brozier now? Right, I'll have a look at that in a second. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are down in the comment section. People talking about Ronaldo news. I saw Simon Phillips post something a couple minutes ago. What did he say? Bear with me for a second, guys. Up until now, Tuchel has said no to Ronaldo. However, I believe there's every chance he might change his stance on this one. And apparently he's saying the sources are that Todd Boehly wants Ronaldo. And Boehly was talking about getting a statement signing. Ronaldo does fit the mold in terms of that. And you already know my stance. Get Ronaldo in the bridge immediately. I need a goal scorer. I don't want a season of Werner, Havertz and Batshuayi up front. So you already know what my thoughts are in this situation. But I don't really know what to take from this other than Boehly wants Ronaldo, but Tuchel isn't too keen on it. And if Tuchel ain't keen on it, we're not going for the player. If Tuchel's mind changes, brilliant. If not, then I don't really know what this source is all about. And I'm not going to come here and give false news or anything like that. I'm guessing that Todd Boehly has a strong interest in bringing him into the club. And I do remember hearing sources a couple months ago saying a statement signing might come later on in the window. So bear with us on that. Like, it all depends on how this Ronaldo situation continues. But I don't think there's any progression on that front just yet. Tuchel still doesn't want him, and it is what it is. Ronaldo's going to sell a lot of jerseys for Boehly. Yes, but like, we're not bringing in a player for jersey sales. Like, I want Ronaldo in because I want a finisher in. It's not because it's Ronaldo. It's not because he's the GOAT or anything like that. It's because I want a goal scorer. It's as simple as that. Any other quotes? Yeah, everyone's saying Ronaldo's staying at United. I feel like that's the case as well. Like, are they going to sell Ronaldo this late into the window? If they do, it's because he's kicking up that much of a fuss. But I don't think it's that likely right now. I'd love to see him here, but I don't think it's that likely right now. When Werner is going with his high wages, Ronaldo is coming. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. Maybe. Charlie said I saw Everton want Batshuayi. I saw Everton don't want Batshuayi anymore, which is like, great. I thought Lampard was going to take all of our deadwood, and now he's not taking any of them. If you could at least just take Gilmour on loan if you want to, because I've heard from Matt Law that Billy Gilmour is likely to leave on another 1-year loan. And we do have to get that one right. We already wasted a year sending him to Norwich, where all they did was just scapegoat him, and it was just the wrong team with the wrong players, the wrong quality. He needs to be in a much better side. And at least, you know, if Billy Gilmour goes to Everton, Lampard would know how to utilise him. But I haven't really heard any other clubs in for him. Everyone's saying, when do you think the Cucurella deal will be sorted? We're already very close on valuation. So it could be done today. If it is done today, I'm going to do a second stream if we get a here we go. But that's only if we get the here we go. Lewis can lend Chelsea. Right, Chelsea can pay for that themselves. You must be out your mind. Yeah, I saw Fofana remove the Leicester name from his bio and everything like that. I don't really know what to make from it other than maybe Fofana doesn't want to stay at Leicester as much as we thought. Because I thought, and from what I saw from sources, he was very happy with, very grateful for the way Leicester City didn't move on from him after the leg break and get other options, and how they integrated him straight back into the squad afterwards. So that's a very big 180. It's a very big 180. Gilmore alone, Johnny Minerals, Knuckle. He's already loading a knuckle sandwich because I don't rate Havertz, so I'm not too surprised. Will he sign? Yeah. I feel very confident right now in this Cucurella deal, only because of how quickly it's gone. Like, we were linked with him yesterday, and by the end of the day, we already agreed personal terms. We're already very close to agreeing a fee with Brighton. It could be done within the next day or two. Or he could be going for a medical within the next day or two. But I'm very confident. Very confident. Why do you want to stay at Leicester? Bro, he just signed a 5-year deal. Like, everything was pointing to him staying. Like, things change. Things always change. Football's unpredictable like that. So it was never going to be 100% certain that he was staying. But everything pointed to him staying, at least for a year. You don't sign a 5-year deal and then try and force your way out that same summer. It makes absolutely no sense. But if he wants to, I ain't complaining. That's a quality centre-back. Yeah, Malang Sarr as well. See Harrison Hunter talking about it. Monaco in negotiations with Chelsea for Sarr. Ligue 1's the favoured destination for the player. Not surprised because French. That's obviously where he came from. Favoured destination for the player despite the proposal received from Fulham. As reported in the morning, Chelsea want their conditions to be accepted, which means they're open to the move as well, which also makes me think they're more confident in securing Cucurella because Tuchel likes left-footed centre-backs. He needed that profile, and if we didn't bring one in, Sarr was going to be the one that fills in as that profile. So if we're now willing to let go of Sarr, it means we're very likely to bring Cucurella in. What else are you guys saying? Dumfries is 50 million. It's around 40 to 50 million, I think. I heard Dumfries was around 40 to 50 million, so I'd be very surprised if it's anything more than that. I think you change your mind on Havertz if we have a Ronaldo/finisher up top for him to feed off of. I'm looking more at Sterling in terms of that profile that you're talking about. Like a player that would be able to feed off a number 9 and be able to deal with the extra spaces that would open up for him as a result to the number 9 playing. Maybe Havertz would be able to do that too, because everyone says he's a second striker. And if that does work, that means we've got a very good front three, an unbelievable front three, because both of them would be able to feed off Ronaldo. Havertz would be able to create for Ronaldo. The aerial threat from the pair of them would be unbelievable too. Be a good move. Brilliant move. I would just wish we moved for it more. Give me a second. I'm going to send the link out to the rest of the panel. But we've got over 600 of you guys in here, and we've only got 100 or so likes. So, guys, continue to run it up, please. Don't know what is wrong with my connection, but we move. Right, while I'm sending the link to everyone, guys, continue to run the likes up, please. Right, just sending off to the last few people, and then we're back. Just bear with me, people. This is always the long part of the stream. Cool. We sent the link out to everybody. Perfect. All right, so who is in here? Jesters, Matt, Josh. What were you guys saying?
I'm having a great day.
Big ups.
Big up. Jesters, we'll start off with you. Cucurella. What are you telling me, bro?
I'm telling you that deal is pretty damn close to being done. and hopefully he'll be in time to start on Saturday.
Yeah, and hopefully we get the kit launch as well sorted by then. We got Everton away and we ain't even got a second kit ready. But yeah, Cucurella, brilliant move for us. Versatile signing. Like I said, the 2 games we played against Brighton, he was probably the standout player for me, player of the season as well. Moved very quickly as well, which makes me feel confident over the transfer because it feels like the Koulibaly one where we were linked and it was done within the space of 3 days. Happy. Very happy.
And plus, I got to watch Peter put Igal in the mud last night.
Oh, what happened?
on Sarcasm TV or
channel. Shit. Oh, okay. Well, I've got something to watch tonight.
It was sweet. It was very sweet. And somebody has feedback.
Yeah, I would probably expect the Cucurella deal to be done in the next day or so. If the fee was agreed with the clubs, now it sounds like personal terms are agreed with the player. You'll probably get, if not by the end of today, probably tomorrow for sure. Like maybe some sort of here we go from Fabrizio.
And then we was it the Walker Peters as well getting linked to another class signing. I would take that guy in a heartbeat. Like Cucurella again.
Now you're on mute, bro.
Cucurella's again left centre back, left wing back. Yeah, we can't even hear you.
Oh, I turned it all the way down. My bad.
Wow.
I'm a mess today, guys. I haven't slept, so allow me.
That's the damn, bro. The damn got you.
You guys know what it is, so at least it's not just me now.
Oy. But yeah, look, everybody was, Chelsea's going to finish outside the top 4. Chelsea's crap. Chelsea's had a horrible transfer window. And if you sign a Cucurella, who can play everything on the left-hand side, from left center back to left midfielder, and I would venture to say you could probably pay him at left wing if you had to, because he's got a lot of sauce in this game. He can also, as we've seen this summer, play on the right-hand side at right wing back, because we've seen Tuchel play with an inverted wing back before. So he can play all those positions. And there's no drop off. If you went to from Chilwell to Cucurella or Cucurella to Chilwell, there's no drop off.
But Cucurella will be starting left centre back as well. So it wouldn't even be like him competing.
No. I right now, the beginning of the season, if we bring in a Fofana, he will not be starting at left centre back. He will be starting at left wing back. I don't think Chilwell's ready to go. He hasn't had more than 45 minutes this summer.
He's barely played this preseason, to be honest.
He played in that second Udinese game.
It was, I think he played a half. Minutes.
Yeah, he played a half.
They're getting him in slowly.
They're going to baby him back for sure, which you could even see him maybe play a little backup left center back to take some of the ease off his legs a bit.
But they said that the Udinese matches changed a lot of things for certain players. And I think that was the decision made from those that Chilwell still not be able to play 90, or if he's reported pain or some discomfort, which is possible because, when we talk about injuries, you give a generalized, this should be already done with, but it's always dependent on the person's body and how they recover, right? It's from me to you to anybody else. Our recovery times are different based on who we are and our genetic makeup. So, if Chilwell's behind the ball on being ready to go, you can't find a better left wing back in probably the world. Maybe the dude down at AC Milan, but that's about it.
And we just swiped him from under Man City's nose. I'm surprised they weren't willing to pay the 50 million valuation, but I'm not complaining. It's what it is.
You got to think he'd be a backup probably at City behind Cancelo or one of those guys on the left side. So they might not be willing to pay 50 million for a backup, which makes sense. He'll start at Chelsea for the most part.
Yeah, but it's like 10 million from one of the richest
it's not a lot of money.
World.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but they might have to watch their books a bit.
No, they're actually going for somebody else too.
They're getting a guy out
a cheaper option. The kid for the Spanish kid.
Yeah,
he's a Spanish international.
Isn't he?
Yeah, something like that. That young guy.
that's fine. Man City has a valuation on players and what they'll pay for them, and they stick to those. They don't. You haven't seen a whole lot of £100 million signings from Man City. I mean, you have Grealish, and I guess with all the add-ons, you could say Erling Haaland is close to that. But other than that, they don't spend gobs of money on players. They have a strict valuation. We will pay this for this player. This is our ceiling. Once you go above that ceiling, they move on to the next target.
Who?
City.
Well, that's not necessary. I mean, I agree with you on some of them, but not all of it. I think they win above the evaluation before.
On who?
Even on Haaland. Maybe
No.
Haaland.
They paid a release clause.
Didn't they get Haaland on a cheaper call?
They got a release clause on
No,
Haaland, and they get a release clause on Jack Grealish.
Okay, so is it evaluation? You're saying that that's the evaluation, just pay the release clause. Okay, if you're saying that evaluation is release clause, why not use the same terminology and say, well, release clause for Cucurella was 50?
I don't think Cucurella
There's
has
not a release clause on Cucurella.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Anyway, I said Man City's valuation, not your valuation, not Transfer Market's valuation. I said their valuation on a player. They set a price. This is our ceiling for X player. Once you go above that ceiling, they're done. Who's to say that their ceiling on Jack Grealish wasn't £100 million?
I mean, after that season,
internally.
No, okay. I'm just saying that this is just like, okay, you saying that there's a valuation for this specific player and they don't go above it, but when they need the player, they all of a sudden their valuation meet Manchester City valuation.
You don't know internally what they valuation. I don't know internally what valuation they have on said player.
Anyway. Whoever thinks they got Haaland on cheap, you're freaking mad, because that's not what it is. The reason why they can't go and spend a lot of money on it is because of the things behind his 50 million. How much we pay for him? 60?
Like 68 million, something like that.
Okay, so everybody keeps saying that 68 is the number that he actually pay. Like this is what they got for Haaland. It's not only that. For FFP, it's not. For FFP, 68 million plus 30 million to his father, 30 million to the agent's fee. That's already over 100. £500,000 a week of salary. That doesn't include bonuses if we win in the Premier League. That doesn't include bonuses if we win in Championship League. If that all thing matches, the guy is going to be over 150 mil a year.
Yeah, they've definitely spent. I mean, they've spent more than us this summer in the transfer market, and they might have to. They probably do have to watch their books a bit. But again, if Cucurella was going to go there to be a backup, 50 million for him as a backup that's a fee that I don't know that they'd be looking to spend. If they can find a younger option for cheaper just to be a backup, they'll probably look to do that.
That's probably what it is.
God.
It's just they don't want to pay for that much money for the backup. But evaluation doesn't necessarily mean that thing. How you can say the Cucurella evaluation is not a 50 mil, man?
Whatever the reason is, I'm glad.
We don't care.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
And just breaking news, it looks like Depay is going to Juventus, so we don't have to discuss Memphis Depay coming to Chelsea. Thank God.
Right.
What about Timo Werner? Is he still going to Juventus?
No, he's going to RB Leipzig.
Yeah,
Leipzig want to take a permanent deal, but they don't want to send Guardiola the other way.
Where's Kepa going?
Kepa. One sec.
Where's Kepa going? Australia?
Okay.
The Athletic have been told an asking price in the region of 30 million for Kepa attracted 0 offers.
Yeah, because he's not valued over that. That's why he's not valued at 30 million. He's valued at 60. So like they didn't want to get a cheap price.
So we halved valuation and nobody wanted him.
Yeah, because we had that they're playing it fair. They're giving him his value, which is 60 million.
I don't know why.
Somebody's gonna pay money. Somebody's gonna pay us money for him.
Somebody's gonna pay us money for him. Just saying.
Matt, how are Melbourne FC's books looking this summer? Do they have enough?
I've been asking a couple more people. People are still saying Kepa is Balaga. I haven't heard one person say that they want Edouard Mendy. I'm just saying. No one said want Mendy.
Please be real. Please be real. I just have to say, if we get Fofana and send Caldwell the other way,
Yeah.
I am gonna dance in the streets, bro. Because that's 2 birds with 1 stone. We got more stands in the mud,
Why
and
you
we
why
get
you so,
Fofana.
why you so upset with Caldwell?
He
It's
just
not
wants
Caldwell,
to
we have to call them
he wants to
stands.
route the Cobham boys.
Yeah, it will be
I'm
funny.
actually
I didn't even want him
I'm
on loan.
actually
I don't
upset that
sell
we're
him.
gonna go back in 3 years and pay 80 for him from
We-
same
we-
Leicester.
I hope he's loaning him. Let's not
We've
sell
seen
him, man.
40.
Let's
We've
loan him.
seen like 45 minutes of Colwell this
I know, but
this summer, man. Like I don't
Wait,
I don't know
wait,
that
wait,
But it's
that'd
not
be.
needed for a sell though. We should be
But
loaning him. We
who's
shouldn't be
to
starting.
say
No,
Colwell's
sell him.
even the player? Who's to
can't
say
sell
Colwell's even going to be the
him.
player involved?
By the
though?
way, I don't think we're
No,
getting
because
Fofana. By
that's
the
the
way,
report. That's out.
Fofana is not
The latest
very-
report I saw was, we saw Loftus cheap, but Loftus cheap don't even want to leave in the first place.
Yeah,
And I thought 40 to
150K,
45
why would
million
he leave?
plus Ruben is unrealistic because Ruben
Yeah.
ain't worth 40 to 45 million.
But you,
So
you
it doesn't
can do
make sense.
you can do
No,
45 and Caldwell.
he doesn't have. He doesn't want to go.
You can do 45 and Caldwell because
Nobody's evaluating Caldwell on
40
40 mil.
30.
Not even 30. We're asking for 20.
It's English tax.
Okay.
Yeah, homegrown and everything.
And I think some of the reasons you're seeing like you see like a Kyle Walker-Peters rumors because if we do end up getting Cucurella and Fofana, whoever the right wingback cover will be a cheaper option, like a Walker-Peters or maybe even a Adama Traore if you can get the price down. It'll be a cheaper price.
I would love a Walker Peters, bro. That guy's class. Dumfries,
Well,
Walker Peters.
Hey,
I think
are
there
we
is
not,
actually
are we not going to
conversation
say?
he's
Roy,
leaving
are
on
we not going to
loan.
mention that he came out of Tottenham?
Who?
Who?
Kyle Walker-Peters. He started his.
Oh
career at
yeah,
Tottenham.
but hey, perfect
Napoli,
time to change your ways. Join the
Hey, huh?
good side and all that. Nothing wrong with that.
He's in his
I know,
100
ripping
L.
you.
Guys, I took a dub on the weekend, alright? Calm down. Guys, she just
you?
kept over Mendy. Took a dub, guys, because she was a
And
Kepa supporter.
We still
No
don't
one
know what those
supports Mendy.
girls said.
Bro, I can't believe it cut out, man. I can't believe it cut out. That was the most bullshit thing.
It cut out. It cut out.
What do you mean cut out? You could hear the crackle in stream out now.
Yeah, but what I couldn't hear was no response.
They were talking. Did you still see their mouth
I
moving?
don't know, man. I don't know. They're confused.
Hey, you know what we have to do? We have to go back again. I want to go back again. I'm going to ask Melbourne people, Kepa or
It's
Mendy.
called-
I bet you
it's-
one person would not say
It's
Mendy.
gonna be called stalking at this point, man.
So will we take Kyle Walker-Peters over Adama Traore?
Yeah. Any day.
Depends on the
So-
price.
Oh my
Depends on the price for
God.
me.
You're gonna be asking for Kepa stands in the prison, man.
Kepa's going to get a restraining order on your ass.
Guys, here's my missus. You can't. How can you do that?
He's your missus? What?
It's
Whoa.
the other way
Whoa.
around.
Breaking
If-
news!
Together.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Guys, he's. Sorry, mister.
Does
He's my
Kepa know
mister.
about this?
He does.
So-
But his
so-
missus doesn't. Don't tell his
He-
side hoe. Don't
he
tell his side
had-
hoe. Don't
You
tell him
play-
Oh,
about
what?
his
So you
side
guys
hoe.
are
You are
proper
side
then, or
for-
what?
That's why I'm
Has
telling you
inflatable
he's staying. I
Kepa
told you
in
he's
his
staying.
Oh, wait, so
Are you
you're
a pitcher or
Kepa's
catcher
side piece?
in this relationship?
That's what?
Why?
What's it?
Where is-
I
That's
said, are
what-
you a
that-
pitcher
that's
or the
how he's
catcher?
staying. But that's how I know he's staying because he told me. Because I have his number.
Did
rings
he,
me all the
he
time.
whispered it in your ear the other night?
He whispered it. He goes, I'm staying at Chelsea. Don't tell his side hoe, guys. No one tell his side hoe. That was seeing each other. That's
my
how-
word.
that's
you know
how
this
I
thing
have
is
good insight.
recording, right? You know this thing is recording.
This is going on.
Oh, don't send to his side hoe. Don't send
what
it to
is
his
it?
side hoe.
Lewis out of contest. Lewis. This will be on.
Don't send it. No one tag his side hoe. No one tag Andrea, guys. She doesn't know about this. That's how I know he's staying. I got the inside source, guys, from the player himself. He told me he's staying.
He's not actually.
Did he?
is
What
going
did
to
he
Napoli.
say? What did he
I'm
say?
said-
literally
I
watching
said
TV
he's
show.
staying.
The guy is sitting in a prison for thinking that he has inside voices in his head.
So photos of Kepa draped all over the walls or some
He's
shit.
got a shrine in his closet. He opens it up, it's all
I'm
Kepa.
watching the TV show called Blackbird. It's pretty cool, actually. I want to go watch it. It's on Apple TV Plus. But
No, I have to give props to Peter. He really took apart Egal's arguments on Arsenal one by one. It was
Oh,
sweet.
so it's a slow murder.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It was
so
like
I wasn't
he stuck the knife in and twisted a lot.
What were they
and then he
discussing?
pulled it out,
What was
put
it?
some salt all over it, stabbed it again.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And everyone, guys, Sarcasm City TV, you already know, show Flawless some love. Right. So we've gone through the Fofana stuff. Again, like I'd be very surprised if we can get a player involved in the deal. If it's Colwell, though, like young centre back for young centre back, I'm not really too fast. Except one's got a hell of a lot more experience.
And I always thought that Fofana was about the same height as Jules Koundé, and he's 6'3". So you can tell right now that we are the ones that walked away from Koundé. Barca did not snatch him from us. Mm-hmm. If you take what Sevilla had said, and the fact that now we're going for somebody who's 6'3" instead of 5'10", Tuchel doesn't like short center backs. Now, he will play Cucurella there on occasion because he needs a rotation. And Cucurella has shown the ability. But he doesn't want a starting center back where that's their primary position to be under 6 foot, it doesn't look like. Just he has a profile of center back he likes, and it's tall. Or at least
I don't blame him. I mean, I think Conde's a class player, but if he doesn't want a short player, then get a short player. It's fine. But Fofana, he's 6'3", and he has room to put on some more weight, get a bit bigger, get some aggressive. Because he's very aggressive. Even Cucurella, he's short, but he's aggressive. Same with Kunde. We can see that he's always linked to these aggressive players, these guys who aren't scared to come off the pitch and who aren't scared to get in a fight. I think that's what we need. That's what we need. We need something.
I didn't really think the height played a key factor into it because, like, I've seen us play we've played Reece James in those centre back positions before. I thought the profile was more based on ability.
No, they're not centre backs only, are they?
Yeah, no, but he's chosen to play those players in the position regardless of height, and they have succeeded in those positions too.
But these are his centre backs coming in, and you see Koulibaly over 6 foot, 6'1". Fofana, 6'3". Even Guardiola, 6 foot, 6'1". So I think there's he prefers. I'm surmising this. I don't know. I haven't talked to the man. I don't have ESP. I can't read his mind. I'm surmising because of the profile player center backs that it looks like we're going to be bringing in, that 6 foot and up is what he wants. And he wants ball playing center backs that are good on the ball. And you saw, I was amazed by Koulibaly when he played, how good he is on the ball, how fast he is, and how much it didn't even look like we missed Rudiger because he was doing the same things that Rudiger was doing. You'd run through the whole, he'd pass the ball and then make a run through. When you do that, they have to either pick you up, they have to give you they have to mark you, or you're an open man that's running through. Even though it's a center back, you have to account for that person, which allows more space in behind or in the areas that he vacated. So, for me, I've never seen him play like that at Napoli, and I don't watch Napoli that much because they're not really good. But they won't be now
Kepa's going either.
They win the league if he goes there. I'm telling you right now, they're going to win the league.
Okay, well, since they have nobody in attack anymore, because Dries Mertens is gone and Insigne is gone.
Did Mertens leave?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So.
Shame.
Oh, well. Where'd he go to?
He's a free agent right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw people try to link us with him, but it would have been a good move for a couple years ago. Not really right now.
He's 35.
I did see as well these Ronaldo links have started to make the rounds again, but it seems a bit baseless. It seems really baseless. I think I couldn't see it because it was behind the paywall, but from what I could see from the tweet, I'm guessing Bowley wants Ronaldo, but Tuchel still needs his mind changing on the topic. But feels a bit like a repost because there's not really any developments on it. I think it's very unlikely we get Ronaldo. Even though I want him, I don't think it's a likely transfer we make at this point in the window, unless he directly forces it. Artem also says the tears of joy that I'm going to have when I see a Spanish left wing back playing for Chelsea, and it's not Marcos Alonso. Finally addressing wing backs, Walker Peters over Dumfries. I didn't even deep that we're making one of the biggest upgrades I have ever seen from Marcos Alonso to Cucurella.
Can I ask a question? What would you BFF do for you to be finally call him out, Lewis? And I'm talking about the recent video from guy that does not want Cucurella at Chelsea.
Who? Rory?
Yeah.
To my Jennings, that
I got no. Why am I going to call out Rory for? Like,
well, let's
I don't
start some
care.
beef. Let's start some beaf. Let's start some beef.
I'll call out
Like,
Rory. He's
I'll
an
be
idiot.
real. I
He's
know
a dickhead.
Rory's game. He'll say things that will be a bit reactionary to get a major reaction and get more views because more people are talking about him. It is a revolving circle that I've seen happen for years. So
he's a twat.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. So I see. So you think that those are comments are not genuine? Those are reaction comments.
I would be, of a lot of the stuff I've heard Rory say, I'd be very surprised if he truly believes it.
Okay.
Very surprised. But I haven't
Wow.
spoken to him in ages, so I wouldn't know.
I think it's true, man.
Very
It
possible.
sounds like it's true. Yeah, it
Because
sounds
if
very
he doesn't
true.
want, if he literally doesn't want,
Because
Cucurella,
Chilwell.
because English
What
stands.
was his reasoning for it, by the way? Because I didn't watch the video. No one
Could-
said.
Because we're buying Cucurella when we have Chilwell.
And he,
Was
when
that
he
it?
mentions he mentions Alonso, Emerson, he mentions all these bums as well.
You can't take it seriously. You really can't take it seriously. The whole thing is people complain. They're like, why do people give Rory a platform? Why do people watch this guy? Fuck Rory, all of that. What you're doing is giving him more attention, and then it
Whoa.
goes round in circles.
30 to 35
It
million
is.
pounds for Kyle Walker-Peters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's a
Not really
bit
too
much.
sure what to make of it. Like,
Well, he's
didn't read-
English.
English
Yeah.
tax. Yeah, homegrown. Not too surprised.
So
I actually like as a backup, Kyle. I think he's a decent player, actually.
Yeah, I
He's-
think
he's
from
nice.
what I see, you can play right centre back
like,
and
I
wing
don't
back
think
too.
he's that far away. I think it's asking 30 to 35. If we will go down to like 28 and 27, that will be more decent. You know what I'm saying? Like plus, what's his name? They loan some players from us, some youngsters. Maybe that could be part of it. Even Colwell. If Colwell wants to go on loan instead of not Colwell, Colwell, and send him on loan over there to Southampton, it will be beneficiary instead of selling him and stuff
Who?
like that.
no, Colwell
Leroy
needs to go,
Colwell.
man. If you can lower your valuation on somebody who's going to start for you this year, that's what the academy's there for. The academy's there for making money and to help with, facilitate
Okay.
players that are ready
Okay.
to play
Okay.
at this level.
I don't. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm trying to get my peace from now on because the season starts, so I don't want to be.
Oh, you want to get your
confrontational,
keys now at the season started? Yeah, good luck.
I'm saying like
We got Everton
I'm, like,
coming up.
Look, people calling me reactionary and easy to trigger. I see you people on the chat, so I'm trying to not confront anymore people and stuff. But if you think that you saving money by selling youngsters, it's just mad. Especially when you go back and pay for 80 mil for the same player that you actually grown. I'm not saying
I see both sides.
No, I understand, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't sell players, youngsters, and blah blah blah, but highly rated youngsters. We're talking about Caldwell, highly rated youngster.
Is he more highly rated than Tomori or Gurhi?
Gurhi, yes, at the point in his career when he was younger,
Yes.
he's rated higher than they both. You didn't even heard about Tomori until he went on loan. That's number one.
Until he played for us.
The what?
I said I didn't hear about Tomori until he played for us.
That's what I'm saying. I heard about him when he was good, when he was on loan, and he did it really well.
Caldwell is not John Terry 2.0. Y'all have to stop that shit.
Don't
look,
rise to the
all
bait
I'm-
because they'll
all
say
I'm
he's the
saying-
next
Oh my
Maldini.
God.
or
I'm
something.
saying.
Imagine calling centre backs the next Maldini.
That's
the person who said it. He jinxed himself. He's the one who says that shit.
Winter Surfer, that's exactly
He
my
did it on
point.
purpose.
But to give up on him and just sell him outright, it's not what I'm saying. If there's position that we can loan a guy versus selling him upright, we should at least loan him instead of selling him.
If you can use Colwell as a make weight to bring in Wesley Fofana, who is ready to start for Chelsea now, you 100% do that all day long.
I agree with you. But if there is a possibility to save him and go another way on loan and use another player or buyback clause, like what's his name said, which is hard to do with Leicester. Not all the clubs will agree on buyback clause, or at least first refusal.
You don't agree with me because you said but. When you say but, everything before the but is canceled. So you don't agree with me that we should just sell him outright.
I don't
lower
agree
the
with you. We
valuation.
should just sell him. Because he's 19 years old and Fofana 21. Not that much different for 80. And especially for evaluation only 20.
Yeah, but it's not going to be 80 if you put Colwell in the deal. You could do
it will
50
be 60.
Colwell.
It will be 60 in the same thing.
You can get him for 70 million pounds.
Okay.
Okay.
70 minus 20,
if
I don't understand. It's
because
fine.
if we put a bid of 70 million pounds in, or a player that they want plus the difference in cash, Fofana will push to come to Chelsea. And at that point, Leicester is going to have to sell him because then you have an unhappy player. And if the player wants to go, most of the time, which I've been hearing all summer, they go. If a player wants to go
for 70, but with no Colwell go another way. That's what I want.
So okay, then.
But then we don't meet Leicester's valuation because he's valued at 80-85. Sorry, go on, Justice.
No. At 70, Colwell will do the job and push out because 70 is more than fair for Levi Colwell. I mean, not Levi, for Fofana. I don't care what Leicester say. The player will then go to his agent and say, "I want out of this place. It was a fair bid in," and he thinks he has a gentleman's agreement with Leicester that if a qualifying offer comes in, which 70 million pounds would be, that they have to entertain it. That's from the player side. And if Leicester goes, no, we're not going to sell for anything less than 80, Fofana is going to then be pissed off, and you don't want to have a squad member that does not want to be there, especially if he's a starting player for you.
Exactly. I don't think that he actually, like, for example, he will not mind the move, but he will not push for the move either.
If the right money comes in for him, he will push.
But yeah, no.
Yes. Absolutely.
On the push, anyone taking anything off him removing Leicester City from his social bios?
I don't speak on that because you never know.
Yeah, no, because I think it's a minor.
It's not a bad thing.
Look, what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong, Fofana is good, but I'm trying to go back and regret that we have the players that we keep like how many center backs that actually we're now buying it. We spent 180 that we did not have to spend.
On who?
On Koulibaly. We spent 30, whatever, over 30.
35 million pounds.
It wasn't needed.
Yeah, 35. Then who else we bought for the, if we spent 70 on Fofana, that's 120.
Mm-hmm. And there's no center back we let go that are better than those two players.
Goody
no.
and Tamori.
Nah.
I know Koulibaly is not. Koulibaly is the one, but
Tomori, I think it's just the league.
By the way, apparently Man City interested in Garvadell.
Yeah, I saw that.
They put an 80 million in for it and got rejected.
Look, for me,
Well, can he play left back?
I just don't want to lose Colwell for no reason.
I would want to use
for no reason.
I think loaning him will be better. Wait, Jester, can we use Loftus Cheek in the deal? Can we use Loftus Cheek?
He doesn't want to go.
Loftus Cheek don't want to leave.
Josh, tell your boy to get out of here, man.
He's on 150k. He doesn't
want
to
going nowhere.
Bigger losers to get out of the club first.
Yeah.
Bigger losers on 150k. To be fair enough.
Don't worry about another man's peas.
I don't think that's what Ruben is is really actually worried about the money. Ruben wants to
I'm
play
here for
because
peace, Winter Surfer.
I think
so
he
don't
still
trigger
thinks
me
that
anymore.
he can be in the
I'm trying
England
to be
squad.
chill.
So
No more arguing.
It doesn't Leicester need a keeper?
well, yeah, but
give
he's
him Kepa.
but
Give him.
but Kepa's going to Napoli as
Well, he's staying, and then maybe.
And we're giving
Who's
and we're
he
paying
staying, man?
3/4 of the wages.
Declared he told me. I bet he said he just told me, but
He's going to Leicester.
We'll see.
Trade deal.
No,
I'll
I
send
don't
him
think
to
Leicester
Napoli.
wants him.
Matt, guys always like to.
How is that happening, Matt? How does Leicester not want this godly
Leicester
keeper
won.
that you
Did
keep telling us about?
Claire, did you not see the thing I put up like 20 minutes ago where we
No
put
one
a
saw it.
30 million
Like, no
valuation
one
on
saw
him
it.
and no one wanted him?
Like
Matt,
Lewis, no one saw
Oh,
it.
no, I must admit it. Is that true?
Always,
Yeah,
looks
I'll
like
put it back up on the screen for you, my friend. Don't
It
worry.
looks like
Nah,
Timo Werner is
also,
definitely
I think
leaving.
Lewis inspected it. He's faked it.
He's even
Matt,
accepted a
guys
pay
always
cut.
like to their side bitches. This happens. Okay.
Yeah,
Do not
Werner,
play
Werner's
screen,
going.
you know what I mean?
Werner's going.
Werner's
I think
going,
for Chelsea-
so
I think for Chelsea, I'll be real, we're not getting Vardy. I don't expect those two. Go in
If we
for
get
one
Cucurella,
more
I
bid
don't
if
see
you
it.
want to, but I don't think it's happening. They look like
that
they just
will
want
be
to keep it.
pissed. That will be pissed if we get rid of a Colwell and we're buying a Guardiola. Then I will
What?
be pissed.
No, we're not.
Guardiola is leagues better than Colwell. Have you not watched? Look, I didn't know you were such a stan of Cobham,
I'm not.
but
I'm
Colwell
not-
has not kicked the ball in the upper leagues.
Alex,
Not kicked the ball.
Alex, I didn't know you watched Huddersfield all last season.
No.
Massive Huddersfield
What I was
fan.
saying is, it's based on age and the one season performance.
Can't
from the
see it.
guy.
We can't see it, Lewis.
So it's a massive guess.
It's a massive guess. Yes.
Okay. Well, like, we're Chelsea. We don't do massive guesses. We do actual stuff. So.
Still can't see it. Still
I
can't
be
say
bothered
this,
with
sorry.
this Cobham stan shit again.
I'm
I mean,
surprised.
problem is
the
there to
Athletic
be
has been
sold.
told the asking price 30 million. No one's interested, Matt. What can't you see or hear?
I've
What
said
don't
it.
you understand?
I've
It's pretty.
said
You
it.
see,
I've
I
It's a
can't
very
please people.
simple
I can't please
text.
people. Now we've been called Pokudoku now.
I've just said it, declared.
The problem was
He's
that-
staying.
The problem was they thought they made a typo mistake. They were waiting for the decimal point between the 3 and the 0. And they were
No.
waiting for it to go back.
I'm on
because
you.
he's valued
I'm
at
on you,
60.
Super
They're paying him at his
Tamatukul. I'm on you,
price.
Super Tamatukul.
paying
Rahul
his
says
price to play,
Colwell
that's
is
why.
19. And
They haven't even got to
Read
his
it,
wage
read
yet.
it, read it out. Read it out. No, read it out.
So
okay,
Read it
does-
out.
so-
Jesters has no clue. He's just a kid.
Right, and which is why
Colwell
he
is a-
shouldn't be
so
starting for
does-
Chelsea
what-
football
so
club.
does-
Let Jesters respond.
So,
Let Jesters respond.
so
No,
does-
this was addressed to me. At least let me address it. Yes, Colwell's 19. And if you can bring in a starting center back and use him as a make weight to get the valuation lower so you can fill out your squad, you absolutely 100% do that because you don't know how good Colwell's going to be. You're projecting that he's going to be John Terry.
I tell you what.
So,
I tell you one
intelligence
thing.
is not your game.
Is
I
that
tell you
someone writing
what.
Kepa's response?
Wait,
Right.
Alex, go on. You wanted to respond. Go on, Alex.
Yeah. First of
Someone
all,
declares up typing,
no,
man.
no. I mean, I just want to.
Fuck, man,
I just want to make it right. Season really good loan at the championship, which is I actually have a more closest to the Premier League, the more games than the Bundesliga, and the intensity of a championship, it's a little different to Bundesliga. Versus same ages at 19, same as Guardiola, one season wonder at Germany, and you want to pay how much for Guardiola?
No, I don't even know what the valuation is because
What's the
City,
valuation
80
of
million got
Guardiola to come to
rejected.
Chelsea?
City just
Huh?
put
That's
80
true.
million on the table and they said no.
They don't want
So
to
let
sell
me
him.
guess. 80 mil for Guardiola. For example, let's say 60 mil. 60 mil for 20 years old, right? That play one good season in Bundesliga versus free kid that same age that had a really good loan in championship, which is intensity closest to the Premier League and physicality.
Yeah,
Am
but
I
you-
acting
You let
My
us know that he played in the UCL and was probably their best player in
I
some
don't
of the
have
games. So
I don't have problem with Chelsea performances in UCL. I have problems with Chelsea performances in Premier League.
yeah, but UCL is a whole nother league above
It's the Champions League.
the championship.
That's not what I'm saying. I need the players to be good in Premier League. We already good in the Championship League.
You're not understanding. He played against the best teams in the world in the Champions League. And if you watch the game, he did not look at a place against the best teams in the world. Levi Colwill cannot say that.
Okay. He can't say about Champions League. Okay, I'll give you that props. But just for that, you want to pay 60 mil? Okay, they refused 80.
Right.
So you want to pay 80 million for the guy that actually had the experience for 2 games in the Champions League?
Oh, I don't. Tuchel does, and so does Chelsea. Well, it's not my money.
I'm just saying, like, this is when I don't understand the difference between spending money for no reason.
This is spending numbers.
I'm okay with Fofana, but not but Levi Colwill not going there without any kind of release clause or anything. But Guardiola, this is completely shocking me.
Well, I don't know how much you've watched of this guy, but he's
put a release clause on it.
I don't even need shit. Pokudoku's here. Look. I don't need to watch Guardiola that much to know that one season in Bundesliga does not overtake 80 mil from the homegrown player.
Well, the people who actually know football, not us scrubs here on this thing, think he's worth that. And Man City, which is a very well-run team, just put an 80 million euro bid in for him. So obviously, somebody with football IQ think he's worth that.
First of all, I don't believe that Chelsea made the bid for him 80.
That was Man City.
Okay, Man City. I don't think Man City paid 80.
They're in for someone else.
I don't know because it came from Build and they ain't been that reliable.
They're in for Sergio Gomez, who's the left back or left wing back at Anderlecht. They're not in for Guardiola. They're in for Sergio Gomez.
They put a freaking bid in.
And they're also,
if you don't want to believe what's been written, then don't. But I'm not going to have a conversation with, I don't believe anything that's out there.
That's the thing. I don't believe some things that have been written. I don't believe that Dembele had a pre-contract with Chelsea. I don't believe it.
So what? That's fine. I don't care if you don't believe it. It happened.
I mean, since they're similar players, maybe
Rico
City.
Park as well. If you're in there, message me because you won the lottery. So whenever you want this kit,
that's my burner account. So send it to me.
Since they're similar players, maybe City will offer us 80.
By the way, he said Man City will not pay from 40 to 50. Thanks, Big Ron. They will not jump from 40 to 50 for Cucurella.
David, I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
They went and bet 80 for Guardiola. Man,
did you see what Jorginho said?
What did Jorginho say, bro?
Something about Cobham, I'm guessing.
No, he said he's gonna stay another four more years.
He's staying 4 years.
4 years? What?
He's staying 4 more years.
He ain't staying here for
4 years.
Hang on. Did
4
he say
seasons.
4 years?
It's like a re-election.
There's a
4
difference.
seasons.
4 years.
4 years or 4 years? Because 4 years could be 2 years. You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3.
So he said
4.
4 years.
Yeah, we are
He said,
hoping
I'm
for
saying
another 4
4
seasons to play with Koulibaly.
That's gold.
but
let's
keep him.
go.
Best mate wants to stay.
That's
Let's
a mind
go,
trick.
man.
That's a mind
Bringing
trick.
the whole crew back.
That's a
Let's
mind
go.
trick. That's a mind
Bring in
trick.
Sarr
He
as
means
an
seasons of
assistant
weather.
coach.
He means seasons of weather. That's what he means. He's gone next year. So we go in the summer next year. That's what he means. It's a mind trick,
he wins
guys.
4
He's going on a
seasons.
free. He's going on a free. He's going on a free next year.
This is a fantastic.
He's hoping. Of course, he's hoping because nobody is actually gonna give him a renewal contract. He's hoping.
That'll be kind of sad. We need to get those contracts in order. Kante and Jorginho.
He's
I
gonna
don't want
be.
them going for freeze.
Can you imagine double backstab if Kepa lives in the same window? Jorginho, you go. There's gonna be a suicide squatter outside of you.
Actually, I'd laugh, but I would have lost Jorginho and Christensen.
Bro,
I think what we should
Jorginho and Kepa going.
Let me ask this question.
I still think he's going at the end of the window. If look, if it's a big if, we signed the Jong.
Why, if you signed Young, why do you need Jorginho?
I thought that was
Let's go Young.
If we sign De Jong, that's what I'm saying. If we sign De Jong,
Well,
Lewis,
who do you
Lewis,
say
can
is
you
depth
put-
for the DM role then?
Lewis, can
Or
you put a
Jorginho at the
poll up?
moment.
Probably
Can you put a
Jorginho.
poll up?
Ethan ever do, right? Cobb him.
Lewis, can you
Yeah.
put a poll up of our worst players to see who Matt's going to back next?
Guys, they're all gonna.
It's
Oh,
Bettinelli
wow.
season.
By the way, I don't
Bettinelli
I don't
season's coming in.
Bettinelli,
I
Ballerina.
don't think De Jong is
Fucking
coming
hell,
to
bro.
Chelsea. By the way, I think he's staying
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Barcelona.
I think he's
not
coming,
going-
Alex. Let him
Okay,
come.
okay.
The young train.
I know you recently added some medication to yourself, so you're happy now.
Yeah, I'm amp. Ronaldo's coming too. Did you see that? Did you see that tweet? Apparently he's going to change his mind.
Oh,
Pepe.
breaking news. Breaking
Oh,
news.
Warren just
What I'm
Monaco
saying
and
is,
Chelsea
like,
have already agreed a deal for Malang Sarr's loan with an option to buy. There's a few details to be settled between the player and Monaco.
That means Cole
comes
stays
out of-
then. That means
that
Cole
comes
will
out
stay.
of-
pay off the wage bill.
what
Let's
are we
go.
gonna do? No. What are we gonna do with all those players? Nobody wants to buy.
Can we put in a contract and put an obligation to sell? Can we put that in? I don't want an obligation to sell. I want that. I want this option to buy shit. Man, Jesus.
Look, I know everybody
Why-
wants Jong to stay with Barcelona, so they have financial issues.
I don't think
Jong
we'll
is a
have
class
financial
player,
issues.
and if you can bring somebody of that ilk into Chelsea's squad when we're trying to win the league, you go ahead and do it.
No, we can't. It will stop some unnamed double-barreled surname from Cobham coming through. I don't. Oh no, please.
It'll stunt Ethan Ampadu's position. Although I think
Come
I
on.
had people worried about Chilwell.
I didn't think you were that big of the trigger Winter Surfer. I didn't think you were
I'm
that.
not. I'm just laughing about.
I
this,
see
like-
what you're doing. I
I'm
see
just
what you're
laughing
doing.
about
Like,
all this-
all of a
all
sudden,
this,
all of a
this
sudden, I'm academy. Okay. I see. First of
No
all,
Basmati and
you
getting
can
Jong.
go. I'll take Billy Gilmer on how you say it and let him go as a part of a
You're
plan
gonna set him
because
free. Set him free. Yeah. Set him free.
as a part of a plan because I don't see him actually as a GM. He's not much up, but I actually saw a couple of games with Cowell and I'm impressed with the kid. And I don't. That's it. The only problem I'm stand is what's his name? The midfielder, and as of right now, Cowell. I actually think Cowell will be better than
You
Trevor
like
Chalobah.
Cowell high,
If he
let's
stays at
go.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
if he stays at Chelsea this
That's
season,
that's a low
he will
bar.
push Chalobah even back as a centre back.
Are we just not? Are we
Wouldn't
just
take
not
long-
thinking
wouldn't
right
take long.
that?
They're
Are we just
playing
not thinking
different
right
sides.
that Tuchel doesn't want a load of academy grads.
Oh,
in-
fucking hell.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, no, we gotta go through the super chat. Jeez, big up Rohan as well for that. We'll get to that in a
Oh,
second.
hold on. One second.
One sec, Jesters. I just need to go through these super chats, please. Rigo Park says, we don't know if Chile will be healthy. Wild a concern. Come on, Cuckoo is class, has EPL experience, versatile,
And
mad
he's a centre
skills.
back.
Yeah, I don't believe
I've been on this. Can I just say,
Rory is the
I've been
only
on
one
this.
that's
He's a
against him.
centre back
I've
too.
been
I don't
on this. I've been on this Cucurella train from like 2 months ago, mid-May.
Yeah, you
is
do.
when I've been on
Yeah.
this Cucurella train. I was getting even some people on the panel. I was getting told spending 50 million on a backup left wing back is a waste of time. It's stupid.
I
Why
agree.
are we
Scott
wasting
was on
50 million?
Cucurella for
He's
a
not
long
better than
time.
Chilwell. All this, that, and the other. Even when I brought up the fact he's versatile, can play left centre back.
Yeah.
But even if we needed to play left wing, I've been on
I
that
didn't
for
think
time, and I
we-
got told no. I'm glad
Why
now
did
everyone's on the train.
I've
glad now.
no.
Why did everyone say it was
Wait,
great
wait,
when
wait,
he was
wait.
going to Man City?
No.
Yeah,
Because he
but
was
Scott,
going to go to
you have
Man
to
City
I
and we
didn't
weren't
think-
focusing on it.
Scott,
One
you have
sec,
to
guys,
realize
one
that-
sec.
Go ahead,
Okay.
finish the super chat, Lewis.
Hope Tuchel signs a finisher, play Sterling false 9 all season. But give it a go, but again, we just have to see what the finishing is like. But the link-up play is already good between the front three.
Well, it's a
Rohan,
50.
again, much
Goddamn.
appreciated. Massive donation, my guy. Really appreciate it. We are trying to raise the standard of the club. We can't wait for centre-backs to peak at 28. We have 2 academy players in the starting lineup. It will be 5 years before that happens again. We can't run Chelsea like it's Dortmund or Southampton. No, I do agree with that.
Can I answer?
Go on.
Can I answer, please? First of all, he's not going to be starting center back, and I agree with you. Center backs do not peak by the time they're young. The thing is, I'm not saying we should keep him at any cost. What I'm saying is, please consider not only give him as a part as a payment, at least keep. This is what I want. A first refusal. Either what's the name? Either loan, or buyback clause. Those 3 should be least considered anywhere for Colwill to go. Those 3 things needs to be done. If those 3 doesn't met, I will actually rather pay all the money than let those 3 disappear and just let them on loan. That's number 1. Number 2, we have 31 years old center back, 38 years old center back. If we get in somebody like Skriniar, that's another 30. This kid can be Chelsea's center back for 4 years, and he will be at peak learning from the great center backs like Colwill, like Koulibaly, like Thiago Silva. That's it. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying don't.
Skriniar is 27.
Well, he's gonna be 28 this year.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
No. What I'm saying. Okay.
That's how time
Skriniar's
works.
28. Okay, Skriniar's 28. What are we gonna do next year? We're gonna spend another 80 mil?
We don't have to play.
all we need to do
you
is
know,
make sure we don't have
this
a
is-
No,
this is
Thiago
all
Silva
across
leaving
the
next
year.
season. Thiago Silva leaving next season. Are we gonna spend
I
another
think we have
80?
to get Skriniar next season.
No,
He's
next
off
year you go
contract.
get Guardiola. And then you have Fofana, Guardiola, and Koulibaly.
I mean, you just saw the competition
no,
we're gonna have.
someone-
Man
Can I-
City,
Can I ask a
PSG.
question? Can I-
We wait for
Can I
Barca to
ask-
start our business and we bring back the Danish Maldini. And then we all
Oh my goodness.
Can I ask
still-
can I ask a
Did we
question?
Trying to
register
Christina.
him yet? Did we
Can I
register
ask a
him
question?
yet?
Nope.
No.
Who here decided that Colwill is even good enough to play for Chelsea? Because I
The
didn't see him play a
season
minute
on
for us.
loan last season
For who?
for Huddersfield. He was a man. He was one of the biggest thing that they as a defender for them.
Did he make championship
People can
team?
make
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
claim with
Yeah.
Sarr. He was good for Porto as well.
And he won the European under 23 European final title.
Look,
I
at
think we slipped.
he's a prospect, just like some of the ones we're linked with, but he's not going to cost
Just like
us
some of
80
them, we're
mil.
buying it. We're
We're
thinking
not
of buying
buying
Guardiola.
prospects, by the
Oh,
way.
Guardiola is not a prospect?
He's a prospect.
He's a prospect.
No, not just that 1 year.
No,
young.
he's not a prospect.
No,
He is
not a prospect.
Anyone, even I'm not even gonna lie.
Bundesliga?
Even
Fofana
Fofana
is a prospect.
is a prospect because
Yeah.
he's not in his peak. We're nowhere near his peak, so he's a prospect.
Can
No,
we-
but we've seen what he's done in the full season.
No, I
Premier League,
agree.
so
No,
we
A
Lewis,
prospect
can't
is
just
somebody
under-
who
I
hasn't
agree.
played at the
We
That's
top
what
agree
I-
that
that's not my
Fofana
point.
is.
That's not my point.
Yes.
My point
Can we-
is he's
yeah.
nowhere near his peak, so he's a prospect by just the fact of his age. He's a prospect.
Fair
So
enough.
say
So
that
you define
Yeah,
what a
we have
prospect is
prospects.
now. I didn't know that.
Can we for
Well,
once?
okay, so what is he then?
Be
So,
a big
okay,
club
what are
again
these
and
players?
stop
If-
worrying about
if
this.
they're
They're
not-
not actually worry about the future
If,
of the
if
club.
you're
prospect
not
is, not
prospects,
age.
sorry, if they're not
No.
prospects, what are they?
It depends.
They're
if
young
playing.
players
the age
that
doesn't
have-
define them as a prospect.
Yeah.
Prospect.
A
is someone
prospect
who
is somebody
don't
who hasn't
intend to
played
play
at
a
top
lot.
level.
So
That's not a
Fofana
prospect.
Is not a prospect.
No.
He'd be
Okay,
starting.
well that's my definition,
Yeah, my-
and
my
since my
definition's not
definition is
defined
just
by
as good
age.
as your definition.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
defined by
I mean,
age.
everybody, you know, opinions are like, you know.
It's not defined by age.
No, but we can all agree that
not.
the inflated
Prospect
price is
is not-
because of
A
their potential,
prospect
right?
is someone regarded as likely to succeed or as a potential.
Right.
That's what Google's saying. So if that,
Yeah,
But
but if
but
you've already
usually
played
you
at the
become
top
better
level,
with age,
you're
right?
you
But he
have
has
a track
improvement.
record.
There's
Same could
improvement
go
in
for
that.
both.
though.
You could have an argument for either. I hear what you're saying.
What if we're put in a
Yeah.
scenario, right? What if we put in a scenario where we have to give Colwill, right?
naked
In order
chance.
for us to get Cucurella? Would you take that chance? Because I'd bite your hand off, because Cucurella is one of the best
Why
left
are you
backs in
talking
the
about
Premier League.
Cucurella when we're talking about?
Because he
Look-
there's a rumor that he won't be like that they want him, and they would want to swap like to add money and the swap for Cucurella. So for me, I'm not against it. If that happens.
What if the scenario was like this? If the 80 mil for Cucurella, Fofana, the average money we're spending, if we took the risk on Colwill and we went for De Jong, well, that money was spent elsewhere and taking the risk on Colwill, because all these young players still have a chance to be well, and you're putting money and you're throwing money in other areas.
Question.
But right now,
Can
I
you
mean,
put the
it
question?
should
Can you
be-
put
get
the
back
question?
to the top.
Can you put the question in the chat for me, please? Let me explain. For example, if Chelsea will sign Leroy Sané from Bayern Munich for
Oh my
60,
God.
but that means that we will keep Chilwell instead of buying Guardiola or Fofana, and just
What?
That makes absolutely no sense.
Barney to Leipzig.
I lost brain cells from that, man. What the fuck?
You didn't
And
have him in the first place. How you can lose
Guardiola
him?
to Chelsea.
But
And
no. I'm saying saving
No, I can't
money
lie,
by
I kind of
not
as well.
by not buying Fofana or Guardiola, because that's the word the money saying. Like, for example, 60, not spending
No, wait,
60.
back from the start. Back from the start. 'cause I'm lost.
Okay, let me explain. Would you rather spend that money on defender, which we are looking to spend about 60 to 70 mil, right? That's what we're looking to spend. So would you rather not spend that 60, 70 mil on a defender and keep Colwill and just spend 50 on Cucurella and go and buy Leroy Sané for forward position?
No.
Versus you spent 60 for that and another 50 for
No, because I think we need to replace both Christensen and Rudiger. We can't just replace one and just hope for a prospect.
I was going to say we need at least one more centre back, regardless. Like,
yeah,
we need
that's what
one
I'm saying. But Cucurella can't play centre back.
But he's 5'8". I don't trust him.
He's 5'10".
Who's 5'8"?
He's 5'10".
He's 5'9".
5'9", 5'8".
5'9", you ran into 5'10".
You know that he actually played a lot of games for Brighton as a centre back.
Yeah, and he's decent enough in the air, and he's good defensively, which is what.
Yeah,
I care about.
but his
Like,
main
he's
role is
5
to play
foot
wing
one,
back
and he's
or
still
left
decent
back.
enough.
That's what I want him to play. I don't want him to start playing centre back.
But he can. No, but he's
we
played it for
have
the whole season.
Chilwell,
He did it for
right?
the whole season.
Yeah, but Chilwell has barely been playing with one knee the whole
Yeah,
fucking
but
last
getting
season.
in the season, say mid-season, when Chilwell's ready and he's back.
For me, I can. We need
No,
two
did you
centre-backs.
understand
We
what
need
I'm
at least
saying?
two centre-backs.
Andrew, you
I
know my
understand
English.
what you're
At
saying.
a time, one at a time,
I just
please.
think
Did
we
you
need
understood
two,
my
man.
English? Would you rather not spend all this money on
You rather
specifically?
spend money in a different area than the one we're trying to
Yeah.
spend now and back Colwell and have Colwell there instead of looking
As a
to
backup,
buy.
not the starting line, as a
yeah,
backup.
and use the money in other areas of the pitch.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
here's my retort to that. You get Cucurella, you get Fofana, you get De Jong, and you go get Zaha, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but just the scenario is that you have a limited budget.
No,
But
we don't have a limited
don't have a
budget.
limited
There's a lot of
budget.
players.
The scenario Alex gave was a limited budget one.
Let's deal with reality. Let's deal
Yeah,
with
we're not
reality.
talking hypothetical.
What's reality? You know what reality
And
is? We're linked to
also,
everyone and we're not getting
don't
anyone.
forget outgoings.
Yeah, we signed
Werner
two players,
could be
right?
leaving, Kepa could
Yeah,
be leaving,
exactly.
Ziyech
I
could
just
be
asked
leaving.
a
Why-
hypothetical. I just
we gotta
asked a
sign 4 more.
hypothetical
That's the
question
rule,
for you
man.
guys. But if you don't want to
Yeah.
answer, just don't answer it. That's all it is.
No, I'd rather spend it on defense. I know.
Yeah,
listen,
I'd rather
Colwell-
finish an
Colwell,
area than
mate,
build
I
another
don't.
one.
We have
Yeah.
no idea what Colwell is.
What Kai?
I'd like to keep
Kai?
him.
What you say? You would rather
One at a
spend?
time, guys.
I said I would rather,
rather finish.
fix like one area completely rather than have different patches in different areas. So
Okay.
for me, centre back,
I
we
will
lost 2 key players,
okay.
so I want to be replaced with 2 key players in that
I
position.
think we need to. I think
Okay.
we.
But
Listen,
we're
we
doing
have the
that. We're
best
doing that now.
defense.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
best-
I don't have
we
an issue
the
with what
best
Chelsea's
attack
doing
in the
now.
world,
They're
but we
doing
need
well.
to sort the defense out, man. We need
Yeah,
to-
I
for
agree
me,
with you.
Cucurella-
Yeah,
I
defense
agree with
is
you. We need
first
defense first.
priority.
I just surprised that people are actually, because Kai is the biggest crybaby over here over forward positions. I've been shit.
But
So
I
all
do
I
think
wanted
we can
for
get
me,
forward as well.
all I
But-
wanted
but
for me,
Alex,
is for him
yeah.
to answer it, and he did. So
No,
I can have
I
a
get
clip
that. I
later.
get that, bro. But we're also looking for a forward as well. Matlow said today, us fixing the centre back, we still didn't move away from the forward. We're still gonna get a forward.
No,
Matlow
he
said
didn't
that
say
this
that.
morning. Yes, he
But
did.
look,
No,
Yes,
even
he
if Matt didn't say it, multiple sources said Tuchel is looking
Yeah.
for
No,
another
he did say
forward
that this
once
morning.
defense
I looked at the
situation.
Telegraph. They said it
This,
this morning.
these are we're linked with we've
We're
talked
linked
with
with 6 players.
Cisco's.
Not yeah. We're gonna get signed 6 players according to multiple sources. We already signed 2.
6.
We're gonna need 4 more.
We signed 3.
6.
We signed
Yes,
the goalkeeper.
this team needs a lot of fucking.
I agree, but
lot
I'm
of,
starting to think that some of those areas are going to be filled with some of these youth and loan players.
I don't
That's
think
why
so.
the Alex scenario is.
That's why my
I'd rather
scenario
take.
is-
I'd rather take the risk on Colwell, right, to
No, I
fill in
don't.
and throw the money somewhere else. If that is the situation, everyone. What Jester said, everyone wants that.
There's no proof
Sign all
that
those
Cole is gonna
players,
be good,
great.
though.
There's no one going to say no to Jester.
Look, can
Why-
I say something? Can I say real quick?
Why, hang on, sorry, Alex, can I just say a little bit? Why are we not thinking that while some fans are happy to take the option of a risk on Colwell, that this manager is not willing to take a risk on
Okay,
Chalobah.
okay,
he's
that's
already
a fair
taken.
question.
He's already taken a risk on Chalobah.
I don't think
Maybe he
Aspilicueta
doesn't want-
goes.
maybe he
That's why
doesn't
I
want-
think that
yeah,
I don't
maybe
think
he wasn't
Aspi is
done
going.
too many risks. Do you know what I mean?
You don't think Aspi's
I
going
don't.
now?
Yeah, I don't think Aspi is going, and
Oh,
I don't think Aspi is going. So I think that's gonna be another center back on top of the center backs that we consider. What I'm saying is, I don't think Aspi is going, and I think we're gonna have a lot of center backs over the priority over forwards. That's number one. Number two is
But Alonso's
I
going,
actually
though.
I
Alonso's
actually
100%.
rate Tuchel setup of defense. I rate Tuchel setup defense. No matter what you say, Tuchel the one that made Rudiger decent center back, not the other way around. He made them.
I agree. But I just think
So that's why
I
I
think
would
the
like
buzz, I think we've heard the buzzword this summer is versatility, right? That's why I think he likes Cucurella. He can use him at left centre back at sometimes
100%.
left wing back, and then he can use Reece at right centre back, sometimes at right wing back. I don't know if I'm not there 100% with you that Aspi's going to stay. Would I be surprised if he stays?
What about
No,
Ampadu?
But
This guy and the kids,
You
bro.
see, I don't. You see, I'm not going
I've lost my
that
train
bad
of
deep
thought
in.
now.
I don't go
know
that
what I was
deep
gonna
in the
say. I'm
Cobham
lost it,
stand.
sorry.
See, stop calling me. This is the real Cobham stand.
I've lost. Yeah, I know. No, it's not common stand. It's common stalker. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's
fuck,
got a
fuck.
point. Does Ampadu stay or go? I'm not
I
even
think
sure.
he goes.
Ampadu's not looking to force his way out or demand game time.
I
though.
think actually he's decent midfielder, better than center back. So
Big up Minerals. By
Yeah,
the way,
he's for the
Johnny, do you see how we're paying 80 million for Fofana and we're paying 50 for Cucurella, but no one's in for Tuchel's number one DM target? It blows my brain, bro. How come we're not in for Declan Rice? I'm very confused, my friend.
Bro, you
And
why
big
you
up
gotta
yourself
poke the
for
bear?
everyone-
Why you
Because
gotta
it's West
poke
Ham
the
level.
bear?
if we go,
West
if we
Ham
go,
level,
for,
that's
if
why.
we're
I just
really
had to
going
make a
for
point.
De
I just
Jong,
had to
No, make
a
a
point.
if
make
we're
it loud
really
and clear,
going
Lewis.
for
Loud
De
and
Jong,
clear.
if
But
we're
big
really
up yourself,
going for
Johnny.
De
As
Jong,
always, my guy.
if we're really considering De Jong, how much he will cost Chelsea?
71 million pounds.
Wow.
What are his wages? What are his because he's on high wages as well.
Why? Hold on a second. 71 million pounds. Didn't Man United offer over 80? Why would we accept
That was
less?
That was your.
Because they need to sell him really bad. If he doesn't want to go to United, they will have to do same thing with Rafinha. Same thing why they accept less for Rafinha than from us, because that's where he wanted to go. If they have to sell, then prices can
Yeah,
go
Anyway,
lower. you know?
United.
I don't
Right,
think he's
just let me
coming.
go-
I think he's staying at Barcelona. By the way.
Right, just going to go through a few more of these super chats. Rohan said, again, appreciate the donation, my friend. You all do know Koulibaly is an upgrade to Rudiger, even that photo. Oh, common knowledge, my guy. Common
You know,
knowledge.
Rudiger's
I really
almost 31.
Yeah, it's like the same age. People, it's not like
Are they same age?
They're pretty damn close.
Almost 31, yeah.
By the way, Real
Right,
Madrid fans are cooking him now, man, for the all the.
Yeah,
He's
Rudiger
not-
is a great player, but sometimes you have donkey moments, bro. Sometimes you have
Yeah.
moments where he just hoofs the ball.
He'll be
as far as
30
he
next
can.
March. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
30 next March.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a deadline day Minerals, by the way. Hold
Oh,
that
I wish,
CR7
man.
at
I
the
wish
bridge. Let's
Ronaldo comes
fucking
in,
have
you know,
it.
doing the
Um,
sue, you know, that'd be amazing.
Bro, I will be suing all over my flat, man. Where's the
might
other
sue
super chat?
somebody.
Pause.
No, you know what? There was no pause. There was no pause. How about that? Daniel
was
also
like-
says, "What's the shirt quality
Wow,
like
come
at
on,
Jerseys
Lance,
FC? $60 for a player's version seems too good to be true, and 20% off too." Bro, I got this from there as my first shirt. Got the print and everything. Washed it multiple times. Nothing's come off.
Oh, what a
Nothing's
player.
leaking.
You got
nothing.
a Jorginho
You
shirt?
see,
Oh, my
looks
God.
like trophies.
Wow, that's a
STDs
waste
doesn't
of
come
ink,
off
bro.
in the shower, man.
It looks like
Only
winners.
antibiotics.
It's just winners, man. It's just winners on the back.
STDs don't come
Come on,
off in
man.
the shower, Lou.
Scrub.
They don't come with antibiotics either, bro. They stay with you forever, man. You know,
But yeah, bro, Jerseys FC is legit. Like, I get my kits from there and everything, and none of
yeah.
them have come off. But yeah, beautiful kit. Check it
Double
out,
kit.
and also Carefree Lewis G 20% off.
That is, what a waste
Damn.
of 20. Should have just gave it to charity, Lewis, instead of giving it
So-
to Jorginho.
As
What
of
do you
right
mean,
now,
bro?
He is a charity.
I've been
Jorginho,
told,
Jorginho is basically Kovacic if he wasn't able to move. That's what
I've been
Jorginho
told
is.
by somebody I trust, who told me that Solinho was signed before anybody else.
You're just a
Oh.
wheelchair, Kovacic.
That we are spending over 200 million pounds this summer.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope it's not the same.
Yeah,
Big
as,
up
Yes,
the Caravan as well. Much appreciated.
same as
Amen,
what's his name? Markovic, midfielder, not the same
Bro,
source.
I don't think a lot of our fans realize like how much shit we are in with this squad. We have different we have different ingredients from different managers. It makes no sense.
No, Kai.
It's the transitional season.
Kai, it's okay because apparently we have everything in common. I
don't think we're as bad as people think it is.
Value aisle.
No, we have a good squad. I think
we're
we
in
have
a
a
bad
good squad.
situation if is everybody making it.
I think we still finished top 4. It's
Last
a good
season
squad,
was a bad
for sure.
situation.
I don't have problem with us finishing top
Alex
4.
is our tie, bro. He's our Russian tie.
And then what everybody also forgets is no Lukaku salary, no Timo Werner salary,
No,
25% of Kepa's salary is gone.
Malang
Sarr could be gone. We're getting close to saving £1 million a week in wages. That's
Quick question.
52. That's 52 million pounds a year, which is a player. That's
You know who
Cucurella
disappointed me again,
transfer fee.
Jester? Frank Lampard not taking back Schweiger.
Or
Why
Barkley.
is he, I thought he wants him. I thought he wants him, no?
Nah, you
Mr.
don't want
Fat
either.
Frank. Back to slandering him. Back to slandering him.
I don't blame him
Doesn't
though.
want to take our players.
Probably came off the Zubbies and realised, what the fuck, Barkley Batshuayi. Get
but
the
he-
fuck.
but
I thought I was
Isn't
really
he getting?
fraud.
Isn't he getting the Scottish leprechaun though? He is getting for a loan.
Yeah, probably on a loan
Scottish
spell.
leprechaun.
Probably on a loan spell.
The chimney sweep. He's a Scottish chimney sweep.
Oh
I have a
my
quick
God.
question. If Malang Sarr goes, we will be left with only Chalobah. That means Cowell is probably not going, right?
Where you
Cucurella,
been?
no.
We needed your negativity
You
before.
sounded
Your
worried
worry, your
already.
anxiety. We need your anxiety before earlier.
How are you worried over Colwill, Chalobah?
No.
and
I'm
Sarr?
not worried about Cowell. I don't care about Cowell. I'm just
No,
saying.
I
because you
personally
guys,
think
I was listening.
think
You guys
Ampadu
were
will
talking
stay.
about Cowell. I
I
don't
think
really care
Ampadu
about
will
Cowell.
stay, and he covers up for DM and CB.
What?
That's what I think. I think Ampadu will stay, and he will
Okay.
cover up for us.
But when
Saga
Chilwell's
and-
fit, Cole will be playing. Cucurella will be playing left centre back.
No, he
We
will
don't
not
know
be
that.
starting
No,
at
he
left
won't.
center
No, he
back.
won't.
My God.
He,
We
no,
Chilwell-
I know he starts. He will
people need
integrate.
to realise this.
once
Chilwell's
fit.
becoming a bench player. Chilwell's going to the bench because Cucurella is better.
But
Chilwell
people,
becomes bench.
I think people are
But why
being
can't we play
overly
both?
emotional with Chilwell. Chilwell
I
had
think
just
what-
came back from an injury.
I think
Because
He
if
has
we
a
get
bunch of
two
injuries.
centre backs, we're not going to put a wing
Wouldn't
back.
you
at
rather
centre.
fucking have Cucurella rather than fucking Alonso every week?
Why
I
Who
would.
wouldn't?
I
Who wouldn't?
fucking would.
get
But
into our brains
when
that-
Chilwell's fit, can we use Cucurella as a left centre back mid-season back in
There's a
September?
lot of
Now they
options,
can bring
but that's what
Fofana
happened
in.
at big clubs. That'll happen at
But
big
Fofana
clubs.
will play on the right.
How about this?
And
though?
Koulibaly plays
How about
for
this?
that.
How about this?
But
though?
Hey, they will both
I
play a lot of
think Chilwell
games.
plays it.
Hang on.
Yeah, they'll play a lot of games. I
Hang
think
on,
Chilwell
hang on,
plays the
hang
whole
on.
game,
How
whole
about this?
season.
That we have a squad and we rotate. It's going to be
Exactly,
very
that's-
congested.
Exactly, yeah. That's
First
what
part
I'm
of the year.
saying.
There's
Did
no
you
one
see Rory? Did you
guaranteed
see
any
Rory?
spots
What
in
about
this
Ben
league
Chilwell? Shut the
whatsoever.
fuck up, you 4'11" dickhead, man.
Bro,
We need more
how's
attackers.
that
We
guy
said
got
it.
so many like viewers and stuff?
Hey man, alcoholism makes you do a lot of
No.
strange things, bro.
Bro,
Oh, my
Klashov has better takes than that guy. I still don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get.
Anyway, it's just
just
attention.
I think Rory is a niche for the little community, bro. That's what it is, man. He's a niche for the little community, bro.
As shit as sensationalism gets you views, and his sensationalist takes get him views, even though he's a clown.
Why isn't Klashov bigger?
I'm really surprised that actually Manchester City let go. of
Klashov is a
Cucurella,
hologram, bro. Nobody
because
knows what he looks
I'm
like.
really
He's not a
surprised
person.
that 10 million is a
I-
breakaway for them.
I think someone
He's
said
an AI. Cash is an
someone
AI.
said it earlier, Alex.
You'll be
I don't
perfect.
think they see him starting.
Yeah.
It's mad what they say. I don't think they see him starting. I think
I
they
think
see
after
Carl
watching,
Walker as their first choice, and then he replaces Cancelo, who goes to right back for some games. That's what I honestly think. That I honestly think they don't.
Yeah, but
get paid.
Cucurella's on the left. He's not.
I know, no, but what I'm saying is they can shift Cancelo then back to right back for a few games to play Cucurella left. I don't think they see him as first choice.
I swear,
really
yeah.
don't.
Only at Chelsea, people
My God, this
bitch
guy doesn't
about
like
having like
Chelsea
world-class
fans,
options in
man.
different positions.
Yeah.
Only at Chelsea. What about this kid? What about this? What if Chilwell get his feeling hurt? Shut the fuck up. It's a football club, man. It's
So
a
let me
fucking
get this. Let me
big
get this
football
right.
club.
Chelsea fans would rather. That's fine with Chilwell, but Chilwell's recovering from an ACL.
Yeah.
Okay, but rather Chilwell and then to come in to replace him, Emerson or Alonso. Is that what you're saying, Chelsea?
Doesn't make any
Is that what you're
fucking
saying?
Hey,
if you
hey,
are
do
saying
you not
that-
do you not
I can't
remember
remember
Emerson
seeing
against
that.
Atletico Madrid?
Yeah, that one game when he came on and he
That's what you are.
he almost
Wait,
conceded after he
man.
scored that goal.
Wait, Emerson for left centre back. What about Emerson for left centre back?
Oh,
Let's be
no,
honest.
oh,
He can
no.
play there.
Matt,
Matt, I have never seen
Matt,
Emerson
why
even
do you
jump, bro.
bash
I've never
shit
seen him
players?
jump in the whole
I'm
game.
just
Why do
saying,
you
I'm
bash
just saying.
shit
one
players?
good
No, you
take.
I'm just throwing names out there, guys. I'm throwing names out
You're
there.
throwing shit names out there.
Here's a piece of
What's up
banter
with
for
Fofana
you.
You think? Hang on. All I
You know what
said.
Matt sounds
hang
like?
on,
Matt sounds
hang-
like the
hang
kind
on,
of guy
listen.
who watches keeping up with the Kardashians, bro. These kind of
I've
things.
never watched
bro.
that show in my
Come on,
life.
man.
Anyway, all I was saying,
Lie,
I'm saying,
bro.
can
You
he?
answered too
Lewis,
fast. You
Lewis.
answered too fast.
Here's some
I
banter
can put
for
it with
you.
me. I said, can he play left centre back? I don't say I
No,
want
you
him.
can fuck
I want
off.
this guy's
The
out.
rest of them.
Guys,
I want him out of here. I want him out of here
guys,
first.
we're not doing a debate over Emerson at left, so we're past.
No
all
one
that. Just-
wanted to go with the debate. You're just
So
putting words in
here's
my mouth, Lewis.
some banter for you. They've interviewed Sergio Aguero, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about the Sterling thing.
and he doesn't understand why Sterling
Yeah.
was sold, but he said nothing about Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
So obviously,
that is so much ammo, Jester. Oh, thank you.
Well, that's
That's because he's Argentinian. You know,
Argentinian
they're not big
versus
fans of
Brazil.
Brazilians,
That's
man,
that's
yeah.
that's
Yeah, but
an-
they've been mates for years. Like, come on, that's not gonna be the issue now. It's not about, hey, we ain't City now. You're an op. Fuck off. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. Like, they're still boys.
You think
didn't say
Aguero is
nothing.
mates with
He said something about Raheem the
Gabriel
Dream.
Jesus?
Who?
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, man.
That
I
is
think there's
mad.
rivalry between them. There's no rivalry. I don't know.
But he probably doesn't know who the fuck he is, bro.
Yeah.
Aguero's like
Yeah,
top
exactly.
five
Maybe
like,
he just
best
doesn't know who he is.
strikers in
He just
history,
forgot.
bro. No, he's like,
Just
who's this
forgot
guy, bro?
Jesus.
Who's the
What do you
Brazilian guy with the
mean?
neck
Top,
tattoo?
top five strikers
Aguero
were in
didn't know
history of
Jorginho's
where?
name. No, Aguero probably just forgot. Aguero doesn't even know didn't know Jorginho's name.
Kai, top striker of where?
Oh, what do you mean top striker of where?
No, you just said Aguero is the top five strikers.
In Premier League history.
Where?
Premier League history.
Where? In the world?
I just said Premier League, bro.
Oh, Premier League. I didn't hear you said Premier League. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
I
He's
thought you said.
He has more
what
goals
the
than
fuck?
Thierry Henry with less games, but we're not gonna talk about that.
wow, announcement
Well,
early
Frank
as
Lampard
early as
scored
today
more
for
goals than
Kepa.
Thierry Henry and
An announcement as early as today for Kepa.
Oh no,
Yep.
I can't.
Yeah, they removed him from the website, didn't they?
Yeah, he's
No,
not on
that
the
was
website
glitch.
anymore.
Because his
That was-
lookalike is leaving. Man,
Hang on,
it's
I have to
sad.
bring him up.
Because
I
his
have
lookalike is
to
leaving.
give him a
Look,
call.
look
Hey,
at the
put a
Chelsea
complaint in,
website.
man.
He's not in
I'll
the
put a
lineup.
Let the
complaint into
Winter
the Chelsea
Surfer do
website.
the titty dance.
Guys, he's staying.
Clap, clap, clap,
Hey,
clap,
Matt,
clap, clap.
Matt, email Chelsea website. What's going on here? Why is Kepa not there?
I have to buy his new
Tell
shirt,
them that
man. Like,
they've
come
made
on, yeah.
they made an error on the site.
Wait, do you actually have a
I'll
Kepa?
ring him.
You actually have a Kepa?
No, I don't.
He
I don't. I
doesn't
should buy
have
one. I don't.
Told you,
Probably-
the
I have
Kepa
him.
fan has
I
no
have-
Kepa shirt.
They probably sell
I
them
have-
at,
I have
at
him.
wholesale
I don't
prices,
have
bro, 'cause
Kepa.
nobody buys that shit, bro.
He
Matt,
lives in mom and daddy's basement. He
Matt,
can
I told
afford
you,
the
man.
kit, man.
Buy a
I have
keychain,
the
you get
player,
a
man.
guys
I have the
always lie
player.
to their side bitches, Matt. I told you this.
Oh no, Kepa's still on the men's
Come on.
list.
No, I'm not his side bitch. I'm the main.
Kepa's
bitch.
still on the squad
Come on.
list for now. Bro.
I mean,
he's
obviously,
still there,
Lewis,
it's
they're
a
not gonna
glitch.
move
Matt,
the women's list.
you're his Sunday bitch. That's what you're. You're just a
Nah,
Sunday.
Saturday. Come on, show him a Saturday. I'm the main one on the Saturdays. I'll ring him. I'll shoot him a message to say if he's staying or not. But I think
you're
he's
I
staying.
don't
guys.
know if
You're
you heard.
blocked out, man.
I don't
You're
know if
blocked
you
out.
heard us early. He was going back to that spot, looking for people to say the Kepa is better.
I'm gonna go back, guys. I'm gonna go back and ask.
Yeah, but
ask,
you
ask
really
the
Telling you,
people
you'll
about
end
it.
up in
You really
prison,
asked
man,
him-
for the
Alex,
stalking.
Alex, you know what you really asked them? The real question which he blurted out was, "Would you like
And
to win
then
$1
you
million?"
for real gonna be somebody else's bitch.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
That's
I
what
got to
he started
bounce.
on.
Y'all have a great one.
My guy.
See you,
care,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Take it easy,
Yeah,
Jester.
Jester.
He started on Emerson, Alex. That's why.
I just did a question, guys. Lewis just like to put stuff in my mouth.
What kind of
Tomorrow-
stuff?
Tomorrow-
What kind of
Tomorrow's
stuff?
no-
Time.
That's a
Hey man,
word.
What?
he meant to kick
Wait,
that.
wait,
I
wait,
know
wait.
it's-
I heard that
What
late.
kind of
What?
stuff are you putting in his mouth?
That is a false allegation against my name.
Oh,
I want
nice.
to
I said you put-
slander, motherfucker.
I said you put words in my mouth. I said you put words in my
No, you
mouth.
said
What?
stuff. You said stuff.
Yeah, you can't be
That's a
calling
word.
Lewis
Yeah,
party
yeah,
and
Ray
that.
thing.
What are you doing? That's a massive claim.
Matt, is that how
But I
you
said
keep getting on
words.
these streams?
Trying to get
Yeah.
him cancelled. This is YouTube,
Hey,
boss.
hey,
This
do
is
not
how-
involve
this is how
me in
you-
this fucking sesh. I am
Lewis,
not
man.
involved. You are not
Tell
dragging me
Lewis,
into
tell him the
this, Matt.
truth.
You are not
Lewis,
Somebody
dragging
tell
me
him
clip
into
it.
this.
Lewis,
Somebody clip
Lewis,
it, please.
Lewis, tell him the truth. Tell him the
Fatur,
truth, guys.
Fatur
Tell us
is-
the truth.
Tell him
What?
the truth.
You live fucking 10
why-
hours away by
That's why his
plane.
window's so close to Lewis. That's why
Hey,
his
Alex,
window.
that's how he gets on these
so close to
streams.
Lewis
That's
all
his
the time.
entrance.
Matt, man, why'd you do
I
this?
said words. I said words. I didn't
Why?
say. I said words.
Why?
I said words.
It's hard to say words when you got fingers wings in your mouth.
I guess he doesn't
That's
have
so
a gag
weird.
reflex.
And in the comments, we ain't saying nothing about acceptance or nothing. I'm just saying I'm not doing anything with Matt. It's as
I
simple
said
as that.
words. I said you're putting words in my mouth.
You didn't say
said-
nothing about the words.
You didn't say nothing about words. It would have been. It would have gone through fine if it weren't for that.
That's like 3 times, guys. Come on.
You
Oh,
said
no.
it 3 times.
You be
Sorry,
going
guys,
about
it's the
Kepa
lowest
as well,
words
man.
right now.
What, you know.
It's alright, man.
Guys, don't tell Kepa about
It's
Are you
alright.
lot, what's
me and
going on
Lewis,
with
please.
this?
2022. It's 2022.
What do you think, Kepa?
well,
Kepa's
what's
gonna
going
be
on with
upset,
Ziyech?
man.
What's going on with Ziyech, guys? Let's
Yeah,
change
let's
the
move on.
subject, please, please. Ah, fuck you, man. Right, Chelsea OG says it's crazy how all of us want Kai to pop off and prove everyone wrong more than any Chelsea player in history. I just want him to prove me wrong personally, but yeah, fair enough. Holler at my channel, guys. Peace out. Yeah, everyone check out Chelsea OG. We'll leave it on here at the bottom for a sec. Big up OTC. What are you saying, my guy?
I'm
please
good, I'm
change
good,
the
I'm good.
subject, please.
Yo, I'm
He's
hearing
not
some
a
bad
Lewis, by the
stuff,
way.
bro. Psych and mouth. Yo,
Stop.
it's moving mad, yeah.
That's mad. Matt knows me.
It's
This
mad.
guy.
It's mad, yeah. It's mad.
People
But
coming after Lewis. He's getting cancelled.
Are you lot?
All I'm
who would
saying
you
is,
take-
yeah.
Who would you rather take, Mailer or Kyle Walker-Peters?
Well,
Carl Walker Peters.
Mailer.
I don't know.
Hey,
who Mailer
Poker
is.
how long did it
just made
take
him
to
up,
figure
bro.
that
You just made him
hypothetical?
up.
I was just
Mate.
That
kidding.
wasn't Pokedoku, I don't think.
It's not Pokemon.
what the hell?
No, it's deals. It's deals. It's not
Deals.
Pokedoku.
Pokedoku.
Oh, dear, sorry, my bad.
OTC, what were you saying anyway, bro?
A lot can happen in 2 days, bro. We spoke on Sunday. It was looking dry. No news,
Hey.
nothing. All of a sudden,
Hey, a lot
we
hasn't
look ready
happened
to-
in 2 months.
Fucking hell.
Do
That
you
is
mean?
true,
Do you
well.
mean? Do you mean? Are you telling me that people were overreacting to the transfer window? That's shocking in this Chelsea fan base.
Hey,
No,
you-
no,
how
no,
many
no,
must have
no.
missed it.
how many
It's
Premier
not
League players
overreacting.
are we gonna-
Wait, deals.
we're gonna buy?
Deals. Wait. Go on, OTC.
We're not overreacting. Yeah. It's now a week before the what's it called? Our first fixture, and we signed 2 signings, and what? We
Go for
needed
the-
a lot more.
Go
We-
go for the Premier League. Which team is set for the Premier League? That doesn't need that isn't still looking for transfers.
I'm talking about us. We needed like
I know
6
what
transfers.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is no team is ready for this Premier League.
I think Arsenal are mostly ready.
No.
I think Spurs are mostly ready as well.
No.
No.
They may need 1 or 2 players.
Spurs
But
are-
we need
Well,
4
Arsenal are going to
or 5
have a
players.
hangover from their celebration of winning the preseason.
Well
So-
done,
And
Arsenal.
don't
Ah,
forget, they
yeah.
need a lot of they need a lot of depth in other areas. And if things go one way or another, they might need a DM.
Have you actually
So
looked
we're
at
not
their
too sure.
squad? The depth is not there.
Yeah, the depth is bad.
The depth
Bad.
is
Horrible
not there.
depth.
I'll tell you
Horrible.
why.
By the way,
They put
One of them
what
midfielders
is it
that
obsession
they
with
get
Arsenal?
done
The season is not starting in 5 days. The season is not over in 5 days. Just 1 game starts in 5 days.
Our
Yeah,
biggest
mate.
problem last season was finishing chances.
Yeah.
We've not signed somebody to finish chances.
How
We've
many-
not been linked.
Well, our biggest problem last season was in
Don't worry,
defense,
Ronaldo's coming.
but it became #1 problem this season.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Since Dumb and Dumber decided to leave, man.
Oh, some people just don't listen in the chat, do they? I never said we're ready. I said no one is really ready for the Premier League.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
August is
reading
going to
chat
feel
now
like an
too?
extended
Andrew, are
preseason.
you
That's how
reading the
August is
chat
going to
now
feel.
I'm
too?
just saying, yeah, it's just
Except
weird,
there
isn't
is
it? It's just
consequences
weird.
to
It's
it
like
if we
people
lose.
don't listen, or they're
Yeah, but that's for
stupid,
every
or they're
club, Kai.
stupid. One or the other thing.
Just like the
Probably
people that call me Cobham, right? Right, Fraud? Just like people call me
But you
Cobham.
react to it. You
You're right,
Mate.
right, Andrew, right.
But it's just so weird that you came out with it like proper like.
No,
you
I just-
Pokedoku. That was all. You went Pokedoku, man. That was
I just don't. For
You're
me,
just
it was
a
not even.
Doki in disguise.
For me, I like Fofana really. I think Fofana is the great signing for Chelsea. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want out of those 3 things to be done with Caldwell. Those 3, either loan him, buyback, or first refusal. If
going
he
back-
goes there, this.
I
But
know.
definitely, I wouldn't go for Guardiola for him. Guardiola
back
didn't
to-
do shit versus Caldwell that actually make me think that he even close to 80 million. 80.
Oh,
80.
but going
Hey,
back to-
Yeah, it's not
It's
worth
Champions
80.
League.
It's
It's
not worth
Champions
80.
League proven.
Going back to what
Cole-
OTC
Yeah, Conte was-
going
Cole-
back
Bro,
to-
Conte was Champions League proven.
Hang on.
Conte was
Bro,
Champions League
back to
proven.
what
We've won the
OTC
Champions
said.
Leagues.
hang on. Go back to what OTC said. Are more teams ahead of us?
Oh shit! City bidded
They
for
are ahead of us.
Cucurella, man. City bidding for
Yeah,
Cucurella.
that was it. It was the 80 million bid that got rejected.
More clubs are
No,
ahead
he's
of
saying-
us.
Said
in
Cucurella,
pre-season.
not
Cucurella.
Guardiola.
Oh,
Are they?
not
I
listening.
haven't seen it.
By the way,
Eight?
Andrew, 80
Yeah.
million, 80.
Yeah, it's a
Chalobah
lot of
wasn't
money.
Championship League proven when he broke for Chelsea,
I don't
and
think
he did fine in
listen,
Championship League games.
I never said anything about buying Vardy for 80 million.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's too
okay.
much. All right,
I just
I
know,
honestly do.
not versus.
Wait,
not
so if we
versus
sign
Fofana.
Cucurella, do we still
Oh.
need Vardiol? If we sign Cucurella, do we still need another centre back?
We still
need
think
a
that we
centre
need.
back. We
That's
still
my
need
problem.
Yeah,
a
we're gonna sign
centre
Fofana. We're not.
Yeah, Fofana.
Fofana,
So
I
if you
think
get
Fofana's
Fofana,
too much. Listen,
Alonso's
we all
leaving.
know-
People don't
we
realize
all
that
know-
it is
Alonso's
too
leaving.
much.
We need to replace him.
we all know
Fofana's way too much.
Fofana's only costing that much because he signed that 2-year extension in March.
Yeah, but he's a
Yeah.
That's
Fofana's
the
a
only
baller,
reason
man.
he's costing that
Yeah,
He's
but
one of
80
the
million,
best.
man.
And also,
80 million is too
it's
much.
Leicester City we're dealing with. They have a history
Yeah.
of like fleecing
Yeah,
clubs.
Yeah, but they need to sell now, Scott. They
But
have
that
a
two-year
lot of financial.
extension-
They no, but the
really-
thing is, I said
really
this on a
does help
stream.
them.
I think I said this on a stream the other day. They have enough players that they can sell to make it what they need. They're getting rid of Schmeichel. Yeah, it's not a lot, but they're probably. I would say Tielemans is going to go this summer. There's a likelihood I'd say that Maddison is going to go.
But
They've got
Scott-
enough players they can get rid of
but-
that they don't need to get rid of Fofana.
But Scott,
Apparently
you
apparently
do
Man
know
City back in
Fofana is a
Cucurella.
Chelsea fan, and for him, he really wants to go to Chelsea.
I'll be real, bro. This Chelsea fan thing, I don't care. Like,
You don't
Sancho,
care, but he does, man.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sancho's a Chelsea fan. He's playing for United. Alphonso Davies is a Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
He plays
but
for Bayern
Sancho
Munich.
never had the chance.
We've
to
got
go in
players. We've had players that aren't Chelsea fans that play for this football club. Like Klaus was a Chelsea fan. He's playing for Marseille now. Like this
Tabby
idea
as
that
well.
fans doesn't
Even
mean
Tabby.
anything.
Yeah, even Tabby as well. You could argue. Yeah, he wasn't
Tabby?
a Chelsea fan. Yeah. Tabby Abraham's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
As far as I'm aware.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
he is, yeah.
That's why he's in Roma.
He might end up in Arsenal too.
Good. Send him there. I don't want him back.
I don't want him back either.
Happy.
I hope people understand.
That was the
I'm
reason
not-
why they linked him.
Anyway,
But I do think we're gonna get Fofana. Personally, I think he's gonna come.
Fofana, his name is Fofana.
Fofana.
You put O in the beginning, not at the end.
You
80
master
million is- 80
pronunciations,
million
bro.
is
You're the master
so
of
much,
pronunciations,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm the one should
Chelsea-
correct people. I'm the one should correct people on the names.
Nah, 80 M's is too much.
I'm the
so-
king of what the fuck is the guy
Yeah,
name?
but they
I'm
also
the
said Chilwell. Boys, you remember when they said how much they want for Chilwell, and
Fucking
we
hell,
ended up buying it for 45.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think with
if the
Fofana,
most-
we
no,
have
but
to give him
Chilwell's different to Fofana. Chilwell, there was bids since January. Ever since that happened, Chilwell's form dipped, and a lot of Leicester fans blame him as the reason why they dropped out of the top four because his performances dropped. And they were more willing to get rid of him at the same time. Not because they wanted to get rid of the player, but they needed to sell someone. Now, I know we're in a similar situation now because Leicester have a lot over the last 2 years, but they have options. Like Tielemans could potentially be leaving. Maddison, he's got interest from Tottenham and Newcastle.
Who wants to put money
Fofana's
on the line?
probably the most talented out of the three, and he's also the most expensive out of the three. So I
Who
think he's
here-
the least
longer
likely to
contract.
go.
Who here
problem is
thinks
the longer
Fofana's
contract.
gonna end up at Chelsea?
Fofana just signed the 5-year this year.
I
think
still
he
say
will,
it's
Kai.
2-year extension.
Kai,
Last
Kai.
2-year extension.
He will,
to 3
Kai.
years.
2-year extension.
He'll sign
Oh,
Kai because
yeah.
it's our only option left. He's our only option
You guys
left.
wanna
Fofana.
No.
who here? No,
It's
this
not
is actually
gonna
good.
last.
Skriniar,
Let's
Skriniar,
go
75
in
Skriniar
order,
and
yeah?
Guardiola is still
Who
in the
here thinks
conversation.
Fofana's gonna end up at Chelsea?
Vardio is 75 million for.
All
We're not
depends
gonna
on
pay that.
Chelsea.
Skriniar is 75
But
million
Lewis,
for
let's
one
do that.
season.
Let's ask every
Skriniar is not 75.
Yeah,
Skriniar,
that's
first
right,
of all,
Fofana
was
have two different combos.
40, I think.
I think it's 70, but they're asking
No,
for
we
75
want
with 1 year
50,
left.
but I think we can get him for 40. If we can get him
Because
for
PSG
40,
are offering higher. If we have for 40, that's great. Great deal. Because he's
I'll
only got
take-
1 year left in his
for the
contract.
money price, I'll take Skriniar. For the talent, I'll take Fofana.
Yeah, I think that's
Right. Kai, what were you saying?
I was which
That is usual.
panelist think Fofana's not gonna come
Fuck.
to Chelsea? Not gonna end up at Chelsea.
I don't
So,
think
for
he's
me,
not.
it all depends on Chelsea. Like, if they want to, they
don't
know
think-
what the fee is. And we
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't think-
overpay if we're going to get a quality centre back. So we have to be aware we're going to spend a lot. So if we want to, we know what Leicester want. They're not going to budge. Put the money in, and we will get the player.
Yeah, but that's the
I
question.
think
Who
he's
thinks
signed,
he's
but it
gonna
won't
end
be
up here?
before-
Who's
It
gonna?
won't be this week.
I think he's gonna end up at Chelsea by the end of the winter.
I don't think he's going to end up at Chelsea. I think we're going to get Cucurella, and it's it for the defense. Maybe.
Yeah.
The reason why I think Cucurella is coming, Cucurella, if he comes Cucurella, I think Aspi will cover that defender
guy.
for that
Let's-
specific order. You see what I'm saying? because I think Aspi is staying. He's going to be back up to that position. That's it. And
I won't be bad at that. I won't be bad at that.
And if Fofana, that's why I think Fofana is not going to come this window, unless something dramatic changes and we needed to go for another center back. But otherwise, I don't think so.
But the
especially this season, I think it's hard. And everyone's complaining already. The only way we get him is an offer too good for Leicester to turn down. And that means overpaying.
Did you guys see the report
by a
that
bit.
we're only 20 millions apart from their valuation?
That's a lot, isn't it?
20 million. No, we can meet in the end. We can meet in the middle for 10 or 15. We've done that before.
Can we?
Yeah, it can happen. As much as a life of honor, but 75 mil, man.
He's young.
A big deal.
23, 24.
What you can do is,
I think it's 21.
Is you can attach
21,
a lot of achievable add-ons to a deal like this.
No, exactly.
Like not ridiculous stuff that he's going to make the Ballon d'Or team, whatever stuff like that. But you can put achievable like appearances, what we win and stuff like that. You can easily put achievable add-ons. So you can get
competition ones.
like that. And it all depends how much money we're willing to put up front as well, because we're not going to pay a full whack.
Oh, I said I'm not gonna bring chat, but please, unpunished. Can you bring unpunished comment for me?
Chelsea will have 38 0-0 draws this season, unbeaten and relegated. That's why being invincible isn't more important than a points tally, because you can be invincible and finish anywhere in the table.
Look, no.
Well, those Mopos had 12 draws.
38
More
points
draws
is
than my back pocket
probably
in Amsterdam.
38 points. It probably will be enough points
enough
to actually stay up.
Bottom, yeah. Probably enough for the shit teams at the bottom. Yeah, probably is enough actually. Yeah.
Isn't 40 guarantee? Yeah, 40
Yeah,
is back.
40 is meant to be the
It
guarantee.
used to be, but some of these teams popping up now are not very good. So, I don't think Bournemouth is. I think Bournemouth will go down.
Do you know what?
Right.
Do you know? I don't think it's that they're crap. I think that the rest of the Premier League has advanced so much that I think they kind of left them behind. I think 4 or 5 years ago, some of these teams maybe
Because of all the money in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So like all the clubs in the yo-yo position are kind of like in their little limbo section, like your Fulhams, your Norwiches, where they just come in and up and down
You
because
take a
they got
risk.
too much money for the Championship, not enough for the Prem.
But you take a
Yeah.
risk. You either go for it and spend money, or you realise you're not going to, and take the 3 years worth of parachute payments and try and jump up and down again like a Norwich does. That's what Norwich do. They just do enough and lead themselves without having like.
To me, to you. That's all it is.
That's why Timmy Pookie's still there. No one snapped them up because they can afford to keep him every time they go up and down. It's like.
Yeah, and that's why they spend money on their academies, their scouting. That's why they spend a lot of money on scouting, from Brighton to Southampton to all of these teams. They put all of the bag in their scouting so that they can.
Leicester bought a new training ground with Maguire's transfer.
That's why I don't think it's going to be as. That was the thing for me why Fofana might not happen, because if it becomes cash only, everything's up front. We're not paying in installments. We're paying everything in one go.
The important thing is, if we want this, we do this within the next 10 days. It gives Leicester enough time to do what they want to do in terms of buying who they want to buy, but lining them up so they're not overpricing themselves.
Andrew, do you think we're going to end up with him?
I think we eventually do, but I don't think it's going to be this week. It's probably going to be next week, I think.
No, I think by the end of the window we will, though.
I think
we
we're
really
gonna have a lot of.
come.
I think the like I predicted in the beginning of the transfer window, we will be forced into the forward position and midfield at the end of the window.
Yeah,
because
Young is coming, bro.
Oh, we're doing a deadline day deal.
I think it's gonna happen because the players that were gonna leave and exactly.
Hey,
why is Marina still here, bro?
I need to put Tuchel's head over there.
By the way, we're definitely doing a deadline day deal.
Change the hands as well.
Yo, a deadline day deal with Todd Bowley and Thomas Tuchel. That could be nuts. They may just throw the bag and say, you know what, F it, throw the bag.
Statement signing. There you go.
Yeah.
Imagine. You know what? I just want De Jong to be United fan. Imagine Mark Goldberg on the fucking on YouTube, bro.
Oh.
These fucking owners. It's gonna be hilarious.
I'm gonna do an Alex. Put August B comment up.
Right, Artem says haven't beat Everton away since 2017, lost 4 out of 5.
See why I ain't that excited for the first game back? Because I can smell the fuckery from my
Can
mind.
you bring the chat and...
Can you bring August B comment up, please, Lewis? I just want to address something.
Who?
Okay, because obviously that August B.
Oh.
I just want to address something. The guys on here, I've been on nearly the whole stream. I have never said I've watched Vardiol. I've never said I want to pay 80 million for Vardiol. I think he's a good player, but I'm not backing him like Jester is. I don't watch the Bundesliga. I only watch highlights, and even then, I rarely watch it. I watch the German clubs in the Champions League. So
and usually highlights are on the goal scoring opportunities,
exactly. So
not the defensive skills.
I've never been watching him or said we should pay 80. If you, Alex, I've never said on the stream we pay 80 million for him whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying. That's madness. That's
Thank
what
you
I'm
for
saying
your
about
support.
like
I hope you like the video.
Cowell. That's what that when I will be pissed off when we invest 80 mil and somebody same age, maybe two games Championship League experience, because I don't think Leipzig played so many
attacks, Alex, on attackers. Do we then have to do that for defenders as well? Because if they play a high line.
Oh my God, my guy paid $4.99 just to say some bullshit, bro.
Just to say, Fofana will go to Barca. Jonathan appreciates the donation.
Is he a Chelsea fan, or am I allowed to diss him? Am I allowed to destroy him now?
You're allowed to respond however you wish.
Bro,
we have freedom of speech on the channel.
Jonathan, you're a nice guy, man, but Fofana is further away from Barcelona than your eyebrows are to each other, bro.
That's good.
Thank you for the donation, my friends. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you for the $4.99, bro.
Surfs as well, by the way, we will do it.
Wait, I wanna ask, where's Winter? Where's Fatur?
Oh yeah,
Werner's leaving. He's probably crying.
Leaving, bro.
I haven't seen Fatur in so long, man. I missed the kid.
Shut up.
That's because he's trying to get 500 quid together, Alex. That's why he owes
Wait, he owes you money?
Where is the...
If Werner leaves permanently before the end of the window, I get 250 quid.
Did someone say Timo Werner? Wait. Did someone say Timo? Did someone say Timo Werner potentially leaving on a permanent deal?
If loan, what if loan, Winter Surfer?
That's null and void, isn't it?
Classic, I got a song for you. Wait, I got a song for Classic.
No, hold on a second. So you pay him 500 quid or no?
No. We bet two of us 250 each. That Werner would go.
Goodbye.
250 each. Who?
You lot are wrong, man. This guy helped us win the Champions League. Like,
no, we won it in spite of Werner, not because
of
Werner.
So did the Kit Man.
Oh, damn,
that's true.
Hello. Can I just say the fact that he's won a Champions League means nothing, because Ryan Bertrand's won a Champions League with us, and I wouldn't ask for him back either.
Aye, Ryan Bertrand did more.
No, right, but yeah,
turned up in that final.
Yeah, that's why it gave us such.
Ryan Bertrand is a distinctly average player, and you don't see people hyping him up because he won a Champions League. So I'm not hyping up.
Mitch also helped us win a Premier League.
He can hold his head high.
Well, what were we saying?
Thoughts on a permanent move back to RB Leipzig for Timo Werner, my friend?
First, I want to congratulate Davide and Akinsu. I think Akinsu is one of the beautiful women in the world. I love her. I'm going to be watching her. She made my summer so special. Like, I wasn't really into transfers of Chelsea. I was into Akinsu. And now we're talking about what? About Werner.
We don't care about Werner.
He is gonna go.
Werner is, listen, Haaland left, all the top players, Rafinha left, and, all the top transfer left. So now, Fabrizio doesn't have much to do in the summer. So Timo Werner is the next big thing. He's linking him with Real Madrid, with Newcastle, with Leipzig, with all these clubs. I mean, Timo Werner, since he was a 5-year-old playing for Stuttgart, he's always been linked with big clubs. But he's a badass. He's a Chelsea player.
He's number one. He's dog shit. Number two, he's not been linked with Real Madrid once. He's been linked with Newcastle and Leipzig.
Madrid fans are like, just listen, he's buying properties from Mallorca and Madrid, buying those properties from the wages. And I'm very scared that he might leave for Madrid, but I don't want to leave.
He's not going to
I
leave
don't
for
want
Madrid.
Werner to leave for
Tell you what,
Madrid.
you can rest easy. He's not leaving for Madrid at all. He's going to Leipzig, and he's probably going to score goals and do really well in the Bundesliga because he's catered to it. But he's going to leave.
Yeah,
Chelsea
he
for-
can. Don't worry, my guy's going to be back in the social distancing league, so don't worry. He's going to be fine.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Tuchel is a badass right now. He's got like a Brazilian Bunda, Natalie Max, a brunette bombshell. He's going to be thinking properly. He's going to keep
don't
our Timo
care.
Werner. I
Tuchel
think the
hates
next
Werner.
matches.
Whoa,
Next matches
I'm hearing.
Everton.
That is a sexist comment. We will not allow it.
Whoa.
Lewis, kick him out. Kick him out for sexism.
Did he say Brazilian Bunda?
He's got like listen, you need your releases after the matches, and I just want Natalie to get her visa to London as soon as possible, you know. Then our Tuchel will be on fire.
Now classic, bro. Come on, we can't do this on stream, bro.
We were talking about Werner, not Tuchel who misses.
Yeah, but I mean,
listen,
he's not wrong, though.
Werner
He's not
said
wrong.
it. Werner said Tuchel is very
I'm gonna
skeptical.
shout to goals using Kepa prop. We ain't hearing nothing.
Hey, it worked. It worked, buddy. It worked.
Werner, listen, Werner, you asked me 2 weeks ago why did Werner said Tuchel is skeptical, and what was the other word?
Critical.
He was actually spot on, because when you don't get bundas right, you become very, very critical and skeptical. So Werner
critical.
You do. I mean, as a coach, I think he needs to have his whatever 8-incher down to Nally, whatever. Anyways, listen, we're talking about Timo. I think Timo Werner is staying. Listen, the German sausage. Timo Werner is going to stay. He's our best attacker. I think currently, Havertz is on a fraud watch. They want to have Havertz score the first goal, like that tap in. So they are kind of like spreading hate towards Werner. For example, for me right now,
answer the question.
Havertz
What do you think about Werner leaving? Why is all this walking? What do you think about Werner?
Man's talking about Love Island.
Yeah, but classic for spinning.
Brazilian Bunda, bro.
Yeah, he's not wrong, bro. He's not wrong.
Because Werner is like, where have you heard the news like Werner is leaving? Like who says it?
Werner told us.
Nearly every single reporter.
Yeah, these brown fucking brown envelopes. I fucking don't care about these brown envelopes. Like at this moment, every single girl. Every single girl has.
Hold on a second, Klasov. Didn't you just said that he's linked to the Real Madrid? Wasn't it the same with brown envelopes?
Yeah, that's the same brown envelope.
No, but the links to Real Madrid is genuine.
Those are good envelopes.
The links to Real Madrid are Spanish, from Spanish fan channels and from Spanish people. Werner scored 2 goals against Real Madrid. They are crazy for him.
Is Spanish people are more sexier than the Austrian people? That's what you're saying?
No. Listen.
Yeah.
What have you seen that guy Sesko, who plays for Salzburg?
No, he's very good player. We're gonna buy him instead of Werner.
He's 19 years old. I think he's gonna be a next Haaland.
Hang on, where did you hear that news?
Yeah, but Haaland's 19.
Yeah, we've been linked with him.
No. Sorry, not you, Kai. Classic. Where did you hear that?
About who?
Sesko. Where did you
About
hear
who?
that? Sesko. Where did you
Sesko. I saw his match against Liverpool. And everybody in Austria is talking about this next prodigy, whatever, Sesko, Benjamin Sesko.
They got no worries about economics when they were talking about Sesko. Yeah.
I can't hear you, Andrew. You're a bit too, not too much loud.
Well, what?
I can't hear you.
Not too much.
Bit too much loud.
The guy that couldn't get his Wi-Fi straight for 4 days couldn't get on the stream. Are you gonna talk about people out?
Let me ask Klasser.
No, I can't hear him. I'm just saying I can't hear him.
That's your internet.
Is it? Listen, we've got the best internet, like in Austria. Anyways, we're talking about Cucurella. Cucurella was my first choice in the transfer. Like, we're gonna steal Cucurella from Man City. How amazing is that?
Who's we, bro? Who's we? I thought you're not Chelsea fan. I thought you said you're a Werner fan, and if Werner leaves, you stop supporting Chelsea.
No, I'm
It's Cucurella, bro, not Cucurella. Please.
Whatever, Cucurella. I think City can't sign him because they need to have 17 players. 17 players who should be foreigners, and the rest of should be homegrown. So they can't. They're more into kind of Kyle Walker Peters.
You ever said, bro.
Whoa. Nah, they have a limit there on the borderline. They can't sign a foreigner right now because they need to be on. They need to have not more than 17 players who are foreigners. Yeah. So they're probably going to sign an English talent.
8 Werners.
Oh yeah, so that's why Timo Werner's leaving. I'm okay with that too.
Timo Werner is not leaving. It's just like people are like, these small players like Havertz and all these guys are insecure. Havertz wants to score.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you
Why do you keep going about other players when we're talking about fucking Werner, bro? Why do we?
Okay, let's talk about Werner. What do you want to talk about?
Ask him, Kazu,
what is
send
he
him a
gonna
message.
do?
Ask
What
him
is
if
he
he's
gonna
leaving.
do back in Germany? Are you gonna go drive and watch him at Leipzig?
I think these are tactics. These tactics doesn't work on people who are not on social media. I kind of like think.
You're not on.
Think
Hold on.
properly.
You're not on social media.
No, I'm not on social media.
You're not. Is Instagram?
No,
are you on Instagram?
No, I'm not really on Instagram.
So how you get the link? How you get the link to get on this channel?
Bro, fuck you, like, focus on your life. Show your babies. Your doesn't have hair.
I'm asking you, how you get the link to get on this channel?
The other day I was watching.
No, I don't need to know what you
Nobody gives a fuck what you watch.
Answer the question. You're not on social media.
You're not on social media. There's no hairs on your babies.
If you're not on social media, how do you get the link to this channel?
Bro, like, what are you on about? Like,
I'm asking you, how you get the link from Lewis to come on this channel?
No, I kind of like get it on social media.
You're full of shit. That's what.
Oh, so you get it on social media. So you do have a social media.
Why are you lying? Why are you
I don't have social media. I just sign in when I need to get into the
you do have social.
Oh my God! Are you have a speech disability now?
Right, guys, let's talk about Fofana. I'm not into Fofana. Fofana sounds like a blowjob doll, bro.
Hey, I love this guy. Hey, I love this guy.
No, I swear to God.
I want to have
Cucurella an ID, bro. Are you a real person? Are you an
why are you gonna have this blowjob? Like, he sounds like a blowjob doll, to be honest. Fofana. I'm not having it. He's only 21 years old, and he's not better than
How do you know what a blowjob doll sounds like?
I don't.
What?
What did he say? What did you say?
Sounds like a blow-up doll.
Fofana. It's gonna be difficult for me to say Fofana.
It's easy to say than Cucurella.
It is if you say it.
Cucurella.
Like a sex.
I'm not having Fofana because Reece James is our next pick, right central back. I have my fraud watch on Reece James as a right winger back and Kovacic as an attacking midfielder and Havertz as a football player. So these three players not on my fraud watch, but their positions are on fraud watch. So probably Reece James can be on a right central back.
But Werner won't be on Chelsea's fucking squad list, bro. That's what it is, man.
No, listen. Okay, Havertz wants to play an Everton game. Give him a one tap in. He's gonna be happy, right? I don't care. This is all about Havertz. Like, Havertz is pushing this agenda of Werner is getting sold.
We're talking about Timo Werner. Nobody's talking
You
about
Havertz.
You want to say I have Havertz's agenda? What's the agenda?
If Tuchel is intelligent, if Tuchel is intelligent like Lampard and Hansi Flick, he would drop Havertz on the first game.
Bro. That's the hologram.
It's all about the first game right now.
You're a hologram, bro. You don't even have physical form, man.
Come on,
like Lampard.
Didn't he came last stream and said Thomas Tuchel have intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
He wasn't in a relationship. He wasn't in a relationship. Now he is.
I don't understand. How does this relationship?
My days.
It does, bro. Like when you
Big
grow
up
up,
Daniel
you
saying
become
Werner
so
will be sold.
trusted.
Get over it.
How do you know
Don't
what
use
about
logic, guys. Don't
relationships
use
when
logic.
you never had one?
Listen. Let's have it straight, right? I'm not gonna be judging Werner like you guys do, right? When Werner plays, I'm gonna judge him properly. I'm gonna see how as a team we are set up. I don't want to.
Why are you talking like you
give
haven't seen
Havertz
Werner
a perfect
before?
team and doesn't give Pulisic or Werner or another player
I'm not gonna
a
judge
perfect team. If you guys gonna judge Werner badly because the formation was wrong, the players in that formation were wrong, and then you're gonna come on stream and you're gonna say, oh, you know what, Klausdreff, now judge Werner. I'm not gonna judge that way. I'm not gonna judge Werner that way.
Let me ask Klausdreff a question about Timo,
I'll be in
how
a
he's
coma by
watching. No. I'm saying, like, if you watch the preseason game, what was the name when he went to left and he literally nobody on him, he just kicked the ball out. Nobody's pressing him.
Yeah,
nothing.
Chalobah gave him the pass, right? It was Chalobah, right?
No.
And then it was he came from a deep, right? And he just
It was Sarr.
a preseason game.
It's a different
he was
black guy,
tired.
but it was Sarr.
Have you ever played as an ungriefer in attack?
No.
You've been
The one
only
that he was the one that he was passed on the left side and he chased it. He got there on time. Nobody was pressing him. He
Everybody
tried to
makes
do
small
the flick.
mistakes like Lukaku makes, Havertz make, and you want me to judge on that basis? Werner is shit. Werner right now is top.
Why did they
I think-
outscore more goals than him? Why did they outscore more goals than
Who?
him?
All
All
of
of the
them.
players
Who?
you mentioned, they outscore more goals than Werner.
It's a system game right now, and last year
it's
Werner
just
didn't
beautiful
play
shit.
that much
That's what
game,
it is,
right?
man.
Okay.
Werner didn't play that much
Werner
game.
played loads.
Right,
of
you're
games
talking
last
about.
year.
Listen, you're talking about why did Werner didn't score that much goals, right? He was playing in a system which made him tired in the first year, right? Second year he had Lukaku.
Wait, Kasha,
No.
hold on. Let me ask you one question, yeah? Was it a system
Go
that
on.
made him miss all of these chances? Like, was he
Sitters,
out
bro.
of position that made him, shoot over the bar or shoot wide or shoot right at the
I
keeper?
swear he was playing
what is it?
centre back. He was playing centre back with the other team, bro. That's what he was doing. Remember
Yeah,
that
if
Leicester save?
it wasn't this, it also wasn't fan pressure. It wasn't fan pressure. You think you're gonna have more pressure right now, and Werner's not gonna perform? Werner is a fighter. He doesn't care about fan pressure. It
not
was
a fighter,
actually
bro.
COVID. He was away
not a
from a
fighter, bro.
family.
That's a different-
That's why he lost his concentration, right, in the attack, in the finishing. Otherwise, all of the other position he was playing, like he was in the deep, he was giving the passes. If you think his finishing was worse because of a fan pressure, you're naive. He doesn't
How
take
about the
fan
offside?
pressure. So
Wait,
this year,
Kasha, how about the
year,
offside?
Yo, what the
Sorry?
fuck? What's wrong with that?
You clean your shoes. What is it?
Wait, Kasha, how about the offsides? Was he out of position?
offsides, half of them were not offside, right?
What do you mean
That's
half
a
of
good.
Oh,
That's a fact,
yeah.
right? And you do believe everybody was saying Liverpool is Liverpool. You saw against City, right? City deserved to win. City didn't got the pen, right? So it was Liverpool, right? Liverpool had a problem with Timo Werner because he didn't sign for them. He signed for our club, for Chelsea Football Club. So you have to give a benefit of doubt to Werner at that time, right? Because Liverpool was after him. And plus, you need to understand Kovacic for last I think 10 years. No. You listen. Why are you? Listen. I'm not going to be only talking about Werner. We are fan channels. We need to we need to talk about every single fucking player. Kovacic for last 10 years has only had two assists per year for every single fucking club in the league for last 10 years. Kovacic.
Do you know why?
And then he
Do you know why
talks
that
about
doesn't
his
matter?
dribbling.
There's more to,
Then he
there's more
talks
to
about
football.
dribbling. No. Then people talk about, Kovacic can dribble. If he can dribble, how does the dribble wins you a
if Werner
game?
could dribble, we wouldn't be in this situation.
No. How many assists Kovacic had in last season?
Do you know why that doesn't matter? It's because number one, he plays as a 6. Number 2, because goals.
No,
and
he
assists
doesn't.
being-
You're a fucking lie. He plays as an 8. Listen, our pivot. No. Our pivot is vertical or horizontal? Tell me. Our
Yeah,
pivot
if you
is
were my kid,
vertical
I've
or
said it before,
horizontal?
man. I've said it before, man.
And as I was saying,
Sideways.
as I was saying,
No.
as I was saying, goals and assists are not the be all and end all in judging how good a player is.
Especially from
Because
midfield,
if they were the be all and end all in judging how a player is, that would mean that Bruno Fernandes is a better player than Zidane and Cantona because he has more goals, club goals, and assists than the pair
What a
of them.
silly
But he's
argument.
obviously not better. He's obviously not better than the pair of them.
No. Listen. We play in the back five system. Jorginho is a sitting midfielder. When you have a vertical sixes, right? Kovac's job is to create. He's not creative enough. He is just not creative because in last 10 years he has only assisted twice per season in every single league, and Real Madrid for that reason kicked him out. Right? I know Kovacic can do six, like he can sit, but when he does sit, he runs too much and he gets injured. For that reason, I'm looking at Hoffman. If we get Hoffman, then our solution Hoffman is creative plus right winger back. He can also play right winger back.
What is the job of a striker, Plaster?
Sorry?
What is the job of a striker?
We are talking about Kovacic right now. I
I'm
gave
asking
all
you a
of my
question. I'm
answers.
asking you a question. What
I
is the
gave
job
all
of a
my
striker?
answers about strikers. I gave
What is the
everything
job
about Werner,
what is
but you're
the
not willing
job
to
of a
talk
striker?
about Kovacic.
Yeah, but what is the job of a striker? Can we just answer that question, please? I don't know what the job of
Don't be class ref.
Right now,
let's
right
keep
now,
talking about
strikers.
Kovacic.
We don't do strikers. We do attackers.
What do you mean we don't do striker? Obviously, we don't
Strikers
do
are
striker
done.
because we don't score enough fucking goals.
I'm all up for trolling. I'm
You don't
all
do
up for
strikers.
trolling
That's a
class
good one,
ref
man.
and everything, but is midfield the next thing needs to be addressed? So does the forwards. I'm saying, like, if the way we're moving, is there any potentials of signings on the midfielders? Any
Hoffman.
No, he's not.
Are we even linked? No, I'm talking about proper. If somebody even linked us to somebody.
Yes, last year Tuchel wanted him.
I think only De Jong.
It wasn't necessary.
No, beside De Jong, beside De Jong, anybody else?
Okay.
Anybody else?
Besides De Jong, nobody else we were linked or anything?
No.
De Jong,
about
there
the
was
forwards?
Nunez links, but that's it.
What
really.
what about forwards? If Timo Werner leaves and what's his name leaves?
What do you mean by Timo Werner leaves? Timo Werner doesn't leave.
Do we actually link to anybody's forward position?
I don't think so. We were before, but I don't
Zaha, I think Zaha's
Zaha's the only one, but I don't think that's concrete. I wouldn't say that's concrete. That's kind of just like.
Neves from Wolves, man. I'd love to get Neves.
Oh yeah, Neves.
Are you talking about Zaha? Are you talking about Zaha? Oh my fucking god! Are you serious, guys?
Zaha is
serious.
Zaha's better than Werner.
Easy.
Bro,
yeah, Zaha's well clear of Werner.
Zaha? Are we gonna seriously? Are we linked with Zaha?
I asked him earlier, Daniel. He didn't answer.
I don't. Again.
No, there's no concrete links. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Also, Daniel, we were.
You have Hudson Odoi. We've got Hudson Odoi, bro.
Daniel, we were never linked to him. It was just a load of waffle, and it was his agent. We were never linked.
Did you say we got Hudson Odoi?
We've got Hudson Odoi, who's exactly like Zaha, confused.
No, he doesn't.
No, he's
not. Confused. Confused.
I don't like Zaha. Like, he falls and he thinks like he's Ronaldo. Oh, everybody is so wrong with him. He's so defensive. Like,
the
his
only
personality
way
is so defensive. And you know
the
what?
only way Zaha and Hudson Odoi should be in the same sentence is if it's Zaha going one way and Cho the other way.
At least, listen. At least Hudson Odoi is not self-obsessed. This guy, Zaha, he only does Amiri and Balenciaga. Probably when he's gonna get married, and he's probably gonna be wearing Balenciagas. He does shopping all the time. He has no fucking interest in football chemistry. He's wearing Amiris and Balenciaga 24/7. Oh,
So wait,
when I'm gonna get my new Balenciaga's jacket?
What are you talking? He was one of the most productive players last season. What are you talking?
Yeah,
he goes shopping too much. He goes shopping
too much. Doesn't Tuchel prefers characters?
Hey yo.
Doesn't Tuchel prefer characters? Like he said, I need a good character in my team. What is Zaha going to give? We've got Raheem Sterling.
They can play together. What is
on the same
He just
side?
doesn't see.
What
He
is,
just
hang
doesn't.
on, what does Cho
You
offer?
know
What
that.
does Cho
You know
offer?
that
Hang on,
if Zaha comes,
Alex, let me
Zaha
ask
comes
you.
for
What does-
Timo Werner.
Krasov, what does Cho offer?
Nothing at this moment.
Then why you?
More than Werner,
So
though.
what does Zaha offer?
No, I won't take. Even I will agree. Timo Werner's better than Cho.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Why
but
is
can
Timo
Werner play
Werner
right
better
wing
than
back?
Werner's
Zaha?
better than Cho.
Why
I
are
don't
we
think
talking
so.
about
At
Timo
least
Werner?
Cho can make chances.
Jesus.
I don't know. No, I will jump on the Timo Werner train, but he is not worse than
Bro,
Cho.
do you know Zaha shagged David Moyes?
Zaha is better
Zaha,
than
he
Timo
shagged
Werner,
someone
but-
like he's managed
Can we
his
stick?
daughter.
Can we stick to why he's not a good footballer instead of off the field bullshit to prove your point?
I
which he
care
can't
about
prove. No, you
off the
don't.
field bullshit.
No, you,
I
well,
do. That's why I
stupid
wanted
then.
Lukaku
That's
out.
stupid. I care about on the field production, and he
But
outperformed
off the
Cho.
character matters.
What do you think?
Okay,
honestly,
so-
if you want to talk
Right,
about
so
the,
one sec, guys, one sec.
Right,
So
okay.
Daniel said Werner will be sold. Get over it. Big up yourself for the
Hey.
donation. Frosted Myth also says whining Zaha to Chelsea. Huh? Why not? I don't see any reason why not. Other than
He's-
Sterling, he's better than everyone else.
I was gonna say he's
how
creative.
much are you
he
going
can
to pay
beat-
him?
He's
He
creative.
wouldn't
than
cost a
everyone
lot.
else.
Werner.
He wouldn't cost
He's
a lot now.
creative. He can beat a man on a dribble. He's got decent link-up play. He can finish, and he's got that like dog kind of like
I think you could
shithousery.
get
in
him
it.
for 40
Got
million.
that dog in
I
it.
think you could get him for 40
Damn right.
million at the moment. I
That's a
think
good
Big
price.
dog.
I think
That's
he's
a
got
good
two
price.
years. He's
You know
got 2
what?
years. He's
I'm going to be
29.
honest. We don't need Zaha because
I
we've
think
got
he's on a one-year
generational
contract.
Havertz and Cobham,
2 or
Mason
1
Mount.
years or something like that.
Get in the
Okay,
bin.
We've got
one year left.
generational Havertz.
29, right?
We don't need
29, I
Zaha.
think he is 28, 29. Listen, I think he would excel, and he would.
Look, the transfer market for the forward positions are not great. So
He's
No.
barren, man. It's like a
I
desert.
was gonna say
yeah,
you've
temporary
either got a
temporary fixes required. I will accept Zaha because I know he's not much of the Chelsea level, but he will improve what we got. Especially he's cheap. That's another thing.
he's got
Then I will take Ronaldo because it's the same situation. Short period of time fix on cheap because he said that he will take the pay cut.
with Zaha as well. The thing that I mentioned before with Zaha that we didn't have with Rafinha and Dembele is he's looking to move. Like he's pushing for a move. Like he actively
Yeah.
wants to leave Crystal Palace.
You know,
which we didn't have with Rafinha. It was always Barca, and with Dembele, he wanted to stay. He just wanted to pay what he was owed. In the end, he got less than what he was earning, but that is what it is. But he was never really looking to leave, like unless he didn't. get paid.
Apparently, the rumors are we never actually bid for him. We never in a
Potentially not,
conversation
but-
with Dembele.
But with Zaha, at least he's looking like he wants to move and everything. As I said, he's got a year left on his deal. He probably won't sign an
You
extension.
could put a
So-
player in. You could put a player in a deal as well.
Yeah,
Like a
potentially.
Ruben
Like, see if
Loftus-Cheek
they
or
take
something like
Ruben Loftus-Cheek or something,
Yeah.
or if they
Been
take
there,
someone
get
else.
both.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek doesn't
No,
want to go because
RLC
he will
no.
take a pay cut.
RLC
was
is
gonna
gonna ball out, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the like striker market or
God,
forward
worst
market as well.
take,
Like
the
Weaver,
worst take. I thought Matt supported rubbish players, but Krasov, man, you support.
I
shit.
didn't hear what he said. I'm
RLC
ignoring
is
it.
gonna
I'm
He said
ball out.
RLC is going to ball out this season. Jesus.
Yeah.
The guy is
That's
the
what-
guy's
that's
going
what
to be
United
the
fans
guy's
say
going to
about
be
Lingard
20
for 10 years.
as of January of next year. He's going to be 27. At what point are we going to say he's now too old to be a kid and we just need to cut our losses?
Who?
Loftus-Cheek is going to be 27, coming to the
Ruben
point where
Loftus-Cheek was
27
always
is
he's a
peak.
squad player. He's a squad player.
Yeah,
Oh no, I
he's
get that, but I'm saying if we can
I-
use him as a make weight elsewhere,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Like,
definitely. I think
but this idea we keep him is
what I
nonsense.
think is Ruben Loftus-Cheek is literally running out of contract, and I think his best league is Italy. The guy will thrive in that league, man.
I can see that, to be fair.
And
What I was going to say
he-
on the attacker thing is if you don't go for someone like a Zaha Ronaldo, you've got to take a punt on an unknown. Like you go out and get maybe a like. When I say an unknown, I say from like maybe not that people have heard of. So you go and get like we could have got that Ekatike or whatever his name was that went to PSG.
Okay,
maybe
I'd
or we
rather
go and-
not do
we
that.
Go and but that's the option. You go
I
and
know,
punt
I know
on
what you're
someone that's
saying.
going to be.
I know what
like,
you're saying. It's the same
unknown, or you
situation.
go and get-
It's the same situation with Lukaku last season. I'd rather get nobody. I wanted to keep Timo, not because I wanted not Timo, Tommy. I wanted to keep Tommy, not because I rate Tommy, just because I knew he would be better than Lukaku. But
To be
another
fair, I
thing,
would take I would take a punt on someone if they're cheap. Like if it's like 30 mil or like 25 mil, when we can
tell
take
you
a punt.
the truth, I will take what's his name, Southampton forward. I'll take him.
Which one?
What's his name? Ings.
Adams?
No,
Oh,
Ings.
No.
He's a Villa.
He's a Villa. I'll take Ings. And I
Wait,
think
what?
he will ball out.
Wait, why don't we buy someone on loan? Not buy someone. Why don't we get somebody on loan from one of these other teams?
Like Ronaldo for 1 year. That's what I'm saying.
For being a pain in the arse in United.
Yeah, Broja is
saying
saying that's encouraging thing. Broja is saying that's encouraging thing though. Somebody in the chat, yes.
Yeah.
Broja is saying at least he's gonna be in the team. He will know the philosophy of Tuchel.
Wait, Angelino linked to Brighton, was it? Okay.
What?
That's a good signing for him.
Angelino linked to Brighton. RB Leipzig left back. So.
With who? With who?
Angelino linked to Brighton.
I think Giroud no. I think Giroud no. Giroud, he's good for us when he was with us. Not anymore. He's like, look, no.
Yeah, we don't. There's not a lot of players of that ilk. Like before, you used to have Higuain, you used to have Zlatan. You used to have a lot of people who just hold up the ball and pass it and have a good link-up play. Nowadays,
what's his name? Jimenez. Even Jimenez is better, but I don't want to pay money for that.
That's why the sporting director was so key to set up a new scouting network that we don't have to keep looking for big names. That we find these diamonds.
No Vardy, not Vardy. Vardy is clueless and against
we
the
can
low
start
blocks.
doing business that way. That is so important.
Do you know what? Vardy for 1 year, as a last resort, I'll take it.
No, that's another. I know he's a better movement in the box, but he only can get movement if he gets the air ball. He will not be good with his feet. Vardy is not good with his feet by finishing. No. I'll take it back. He's not good by stopping the ball, better turn and create and shoot. He's good when does not make a lot of touches, which he cannot play at Chelsea.
Also, on a
Somebody
side,
that can touch the ball a couple of times, then shoot.
on a side note as well, like it's not even that. The biggest issue with Vardy is the same issue we have with Werner. Yeah, he's better in certain aspects, but the best use of Vardy is playing the ball in behind in space, which we don't do with our system. And we will never do with our system because of the way our system works. So getting Vardy is a waste of time. Also,
Vardy's a better goal poacher.
But the same issue arises where you're not going to get the best out of him because he's literally what he likes to do is run in behind, and we don't do that.
Exactly, and we're not that possession team like people think we are. We're not Manchester City possession team. You see what I'm saying? We're not that.
Can't counter attack.
I love these thoughts. So I gotta hop onto another stream.
Can we? We can't counter attack.
What stream?
I'm on what's it called? Dan Potts channel. He's doing a new Premier League, so I'm hopping on there. I'll put the link in the chat as well for everyone. Give me a second.
Vardy is not better than Vardy is better than Ings.
Vardy, I think you're judging Vardy, right? But I think Harry Kane and Timo Werner have made, and João Felix, they have made a market for themselves. You know, I didn't rate Harry Kane before because I thought he was a typical striker. But right now, Harry Kane drops down deep. I rate Harry Kane a lot.
No.
He drops down deep, he assists. He has made a career out of him in last few years. And Timo Werner, he doesn't care about stats. That's why teams are linked with him. And João Felix, he's still a really... these guys have changed their career styles. Vardy is a typical, number 9. I don't think so. We should sign him because we got rid of Lukaku.
That's exactly what Timo Werner is.
You don't know about Timo Werner. You're just a fucking hater.
He's shit.
You don't know nothing about him.
How have you managed to put, as someone has mentioned, how have you managed to put Werner and Kane in the same sentence and in the same profile as striker? They are completely opposite.
I even hear that.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice for your team. And Werner, João Felix, and even Harry Kane, they have sacrificed.
Can we stop talking about Werner and really think of
who? There are proper football coaches that look at you.
I think the best option
Benzema
for us
sacrificed
is get Ronaldo
himself
on one
because of Ronaldo. He changed his game.
I think
Ronaldo
is the best option for one short fix. Is the best option available right now.
No.
1
Is that-
year.
Ronaldo. Who's going to pay his
Ronaldo.
wages?
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I
he
agree.
said
tell
that
Werner.
he will take
Yeah, get rid
pay
of Werner,
cut.
man. Just get rid of
Tell
Werner.
Werner,
Get rid
and then
of
we have
Why?
270
I don't want to
KP.
listen to class ref of Werner anymore.
How
Like, I
wonderful
want
it
to
takes a
see.
pay cut to 350 a week.
Let's fucking talk about Kovacic, the guy who has for
Look,
last 5 years cost
Scott.
us Premier League.
Can I
Kovacic
ask
doesn't
Scott,
win us a
hold on
Premier
a second.
League.
Scott,
We need to get rid of Kovacic.
Scott,
We need to sign
if we get rid of Timo
Literally.
Werner, if we get rid of Timo Werner,
Kovacic is
will
one of
you
the
then
worst
accept that we might
creative players.
can do bits with
Werner's
Ronaldo?
just one of the worst players.
You still don't think?
No, just
You
again.
don't
It's
think
just,
Ronaldo is gonna be for 1 year nothing?
I
Nothing
just
good's
don't
gonna
see it
come?
making-
Bro, I smell your
Like-
agendas. Kovacic's agendas, Harvest agendas, and
I'm trying to
Rechain's
convince
agenda.
Scott to turn on Ronaldo. And
Are you
be
gonna for next year talking
like a
about
good
saying
Chelsea
fucking
fan?
Werner all year? Are you not gonna focus on Kovacic?
No, because Werner won't
I'm
be
not saying gonna
be.
So
Werner
you'd rather
ain't
keep
gonna be it,
you'd rather
so.
be like what we are right now without Ronaldo.
Look, of course, he did say Kovacic.
Listen, okay, what do you expect from a creative
Scott, you'd rather
midfielder
not
or a
sign
second
Ronaldo at any
midfielder?
cost. You'd rather be
How
with
does
this, no
Kovacic-
changes.
Listen,
to the
I'm not
I
talking.
wanna-
Listen.
Scott,
Scott,
can you mute it?
listen
I
to me.
asked Scott the question.
No, you've been fucking talking for fucking 10 years. You've been talking for 10 years. 10 years.
No, you know
You
what?
talk
We got
when you're on holidays.
we got
I'm
2
talking about
minutes left. I
Kovacic.
gotta go. I gotta go.
What
We'll
do we
this
expect
one
from
tomorrow.
Kovacic?
More than Timo Werner.
Right.
No, I'm talking
guys,
about what do you, what. Why are we not talking about Kovacic?
Because he's
I'm
good
gonna
and
talk
Timo
about
Werner.
we will talk about Kovacic
Next
tomorrow.
next
I have to
team
head
is
off.
Kovacic.
Yeah, next stream we're gonna talk about
How
Kovacic.
great he is.
No. Okay, can we do it? Can we do it on a stream? I'm here. Can we do it like Thursday or something? Because I'm at work tomorrow.
Yeah, cool. We can run that Thursday. That's all
Sweet.
good. Perfect.
Friday,
I
Friday,
think he's good. I
Friday.
think he's good, but his end product is still
Friday or Saturday. Oh,
Saturday's the game.
still
I ain't
better
gonna be
than
about
us.
on that day. Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
streaming. No, I'm streaming early tomorrow because I gotta go football terrace. So we're gonna be streaming at an earlier time. But it's only for tomorrow because
football terrace.
Yeah, they want me to be at an event for like 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna do something
Oh,
at
yeah,
like
yeah,
12.
yeah. So if
I
you're not
can't
streaming,
do
No.
any
we
other
need to
time.
upgrade on
I
Kovacic,
saw what's her
guys.
name, Coco or whatever. Coco.
Well, it's not. This wouldn't be a stream about this.
I have so,
wouldn't it?
listen,
No.
listen, Luz, before you go,
Arthur.
I have so much,
No.
so much in me. I need to improve this team. I want to talk about Harvest, Kovacic, and Reece James.
Glasref, we ain't got the time for it, bro. We ain't got the time
Did
for
you
it.
read- did you read
Artem,
Artem's?
I'm not a
yeah,
hater of
well,
Reece James.
one sec, Glasref. Artem says Ivan Toney would ball for us. Mad underrated. I'm 100% on that. I'd bring Ivan Toney to the bridge. But yeah, big up everyone. Head off to Dan Potts' channel because we're about to go live there as well. Check it out. I'll put the link. in
Talking
the
about
comments.
Werner on that channel as well.
And right, we're out. We're out.